Let me just right click and select device.
All right, we're live.
Hello and welcome to the Gilded Dice, where these fun adventurers play. I don't know if you can hear me. It's getting on here. One sec. I tied this too tight. 1 second. There we go. I'm your DM, and these fine adventurers are playing through the Storm King's Thunder. We are missing our Dragonborn fighter, Rogadard, today, as he's off on a trip. And we are also trying out a new camera system using Discord's video chat service, which has caused more headaches than it's worth. But we're sticking with it this session, and hopefully nothing goes wrong. I also bit my tongue this week, and it's really hard to talk. But I'll prevail. All right, so last session, Anakel was locked in his own mind, battling the demon Shaxodon, also known as Mr. Timtom, a demon that he had released when he was off gallivanting and doing side quests and all sorts of strange things. It had possessed an old lady named Eloise, and through her, got into Anakel's mind, where they fought it out, duked it out, while the rest of the party tried to rescue him by performing the same ritual that Eloise does on Anakel. And the rest of you entered his mind and helped save the day while you beat down a demon. It was all glorious. And that was the last session, as you guys are journeying. Fuck, what's that word?
Journeying.
Journey. It's the tongue, I'm telling you. Journeying north to seek out either an ancient green dragon for some particular knowledge, or a location called the Eye of the Allfather, a long-lost temple of the giants, in hopes to discover what it is that caused the giant ordaining to fail. All right, let's switch up the mood here real quick. Journeying.
Define journeying. Calvary.
So, six of you, sorry. Your eyes flutter open as you now find yourselves laying in the house of Eloise. It seems like all of the lights have gone out, the fire has gone out, the candles are extinguished. I'm having a hard time, guys. Extinguished, and the fire seems to have subsided in the fireplace. Aside from Anakel, the rest of you are all clumped together by the fireplace in an awkward position. Someone's hands on someone's butt. Anakel, you're laying on the middle of the floor where they had left you, laying in a pool of your own blood, and Eloise begins to stir, crumpled in an awkward position as her bones are slightly broken from the thunderclap Zaya had used on her, and she begins to stir on the couch where her body has laid.
I'm in so much pain.
I just kind of start shoving people off of me.
Rogadar is just, how are you? Oh, that was a trip. Good thing that demon was stunned.
I'm like bleeding on the ground.
You're all bleeding from the cuts that you gave yourselves to perform this ritual, to any other damage that you've sustained in your minds. Your ears are bleeding. It's pretty
I'm
gruesome.
What?
I
I pretend I'm asleep. I'm just lying there, catching my
Yeah,
breath.
I push everybody off and I get up.
Wait, Anakel pretends he's asleep?
No, like I'm just relaxing. I just have my eyes closed, and I'm just like lying there, like in shock.
I
In
kind
pain?
of say, Anakel, the woman,
Oh,
as I see
and
her
I
stirring.
I roll over and I crawl myself to the couch.
Eloise is laying there. It looks like, her leg is slightly twisted awkwardly. Her body's kind of slightly contorted, but she's laying there breathing, shallow.
Is she unconscious?
She seems to be alive, conscious, barely, from the thunderclap you smacked her with.
Whoops, she doesn't know that.
Eloise, are you okay? I say knowingly that she's not.
She tries to talk, but a sputter of coughs come out. You can see a little bit of blood kind of form on her lips.
I turn to the others. I'm like, quick, someone get some hot water or something from the kitchen.
Hot
And I try to
water.
give her something to drink.
Rogadar just says, "Oh, okay,
kind of-
I'll... Lucius, you want to get it or?"
No, I was gonna pull out my dagger and be like, "Are we sure that she's safe?"
I'm gonna go get some hot water. And he runs off.
Did
this
we get the
over?
sense that she's
Is
safe?
this over, Anakel?
Yeah. I think we finally did it. That was intense. And we should probably talk more about it, but we'll do that after.
I keep my dagger in hand just in case, and I'm like eyeing the old woman warily.
All right.
So yeah, I grab her and I try to sit her up on the couch.
You grab her, and she's surprisingly light from her kind of stout, plump, hunch-over figure that you were talking with earlier. You pick her up expecting kind of some weight, but she seems almost weightless at this point. You get a better look at her as you prop her up. She sighs and her eyes are open, but her skin is completely sunken in. Her bones and on her cheeks and her facial structure is really showing through her skin. It looks like she's rapidly decaying.
Yeah. When we were at the mansion, do we remember how long ago this happened? I suspect that she lived longer than she should have lived.
Yeah, it was the events of the manor for the violet flower. It was a long time ago.
So she literally looks like she's decaying.
Not decaying, but she looks like she has aged very rapidly.
Oh.
Like her skin has sunken against her bones. She looks like she should not be alive.
If this woman dies, are we going to be blamed for her murder?
Like
We're
she doesn't
doomed.
look
Anything guilty.
skeletal quite yet. I mean, she's not a zombie. She just looks. She
But
looks.
she looks
very
like she's
fine.
fading fast.
She raises her hand and kind of puts it on Anakel's chest and says, "Thank you for saving me."
We should go. We should leave. Perhaps.
That demon has been keeping me alive much longer than I should have been.
Aw.
I am old and frail. I can feel my life fading from me.
Let's get out of here. Can we put a blanket
Just-
over her
just, like,
and like
Ditch.
wrap her up?
Just like, bye.
Yeah,
See ya.
can you hand me that throw over there? I say to Zaya.
Yeah, I'll get it, and I give it to her.
Yeah. So I turned her. I was like, yeah. That was the demon that was plaguing your family back in the manor.
I know Mr. Tim Tom. I know him. As a Rogar comes running out with a basin of hot water, and he's got his face stuffed with cakes and cookies. Oh, I would have been here sooner, but here's the water. Comes running over with the basin of water. Zaya picks up a throw that wasn't burnt in the fire. You kind of put it over her. She says, I don't know your history with that demon, but I thank you for making it right and for avenging my family. And, she's kind of fading at this point. Just kind of drifts in and out of consciousness. She
Let's
says,
get out of here.
I feel my time is coming.
I want to start using my free hand to cast prestidigitation, like on the floor, like the walls, everything. Just start cleaning all the blood from like
Right.
the whole place.
All right, as you start, you clean around the room. Try to make it more presentable in these moments.
I'm like putting things back in their place, stuff that's fallen, like whatever.
Yeah, sure. As Luna's urging the crew to leave the house.
And I recall, and I just a reminder to everyone that this woman was expecting guests.
She's old. They're not gonna expect that we kill her.
No,
They
but she
will-
wasn't
they
that
will-
old an hour ago.
They will if the condition of this
She's
place
wealthy.
doesn't get fixed quickly.
Yeah, let's
If there's
clean up. Let's put
Blood
those candles
stains
back
all
and
over
everything.
the-
I want to go upstairs.
Sure.
Can I have the throw before you leave?
Yeah, I gave it to you. I thought I had.
So I take the throw and I wrap her up, and I start giving her some bedside manner,
Yeah.
saying things like, "Yeah, your family's there waiting for you. Hubert's there, your brother."
You can tell
Herbert.
this is really soothing her. The moments But you can tell on her face, she's already accepted death many years ago at this point. Or I guess many months ago. As Zaya runs off, Lucius is cleaning the area. Roganar is dabbing her head with a wet hot cloth.
I'm helping clean up too.
And Luna's there cleaning up. She looks to you, Anakel, and says, "My necklace, please take it off." And at this point, you kind of see under her clothing, there's this large kind of golden pendant that it's a thick band that goes around her neck, and it clasps at the bottom and at the back as well. It's almost like 2 points of contact. And there's on it this graving of like of trees and violets. You can tell like there's these flower arrangements similar to what you've seen at the mansion.
I take it. Do you want me to give this to somebody? Like a family member? An heir?
They belong to my parents, Roland and Adriana. They are bracelets. They form a necklace. They gave it to me. I want you to have them. And she kind of reaches up as you're holding the necklace, and she kind of unclasps one side, then clasps the other side. So they basically have 2 golden strands, golden bands, and she kind of motions for you to put them around your wrist, either wrist.
I put them on my wrist. Maybe.
You just follow?
Yeah, this lady's on her deathbed.
She says, "Promise me you'll wear them, and remember our family, and that there's still good in the world."
Yeah. I promise. I'll keep them. I'll keep them.
She kind of smiles. Begins to kind of reminisce about her family, saying, how her mom used to love paintings, and her father would buy these exquisite paintings. They recall some of the paintings in some of the room, the house. She thinks back upon the one painting called True Love, which showed her and her mom on the beach.
You passed that puzzle too.
He passed that puzzle. As you guys are kind of walking around, she says, "My mother used to sing to me when I was having a hard time sleeping.
She's gonna die.
I'm going to die. I'm close. But
I just shoot Luna a glance. Well, I have nothing, but I'm just like,
one final request. I would like to hear a song as I pass into the sleep. Do any of you play music?"
yeah. I look at Lucius or
To
Rogan,
Lucius.
like, Lucius. No. Look, you get to that earpiece is. Get Zaya down here.
Wait, Zaya's here, isn't she?
Zaya ran upstairs.
She ran upstairs to rob the lady.
Oh, okay. I kind of roll my eyes and press the earpiece. Say, "Zaya, you're needed downstairs."
Wait, what? Already? I just got up here. I didn't
You
get a
go-
chance to see anything.
You're at the top of the stairs. It's a carpeted staircase that leads to a landing. There's about 3 rooms that you can see that lead to bedrooms of sorts. It's fairly well furnished.
Do I have like next? Do I have? Is it a rush? Like, can give me a minute here?
The old lady is dying, and she wishes to hear a song on her way to the afterlife.
But I don't do condolences music. Okay, fine.
Listen, I don't
I
care.
guess.
Anakel wanted me
I
to
don't care
contact
either.
her.
But I mean, I'm busy.
I turn to Anakel, I say, "She's
that we
busy."
get- I go down.
I suggest to the old lady, if she wants someone else from the village that she's been spending time with to be here as she passes.
They're all my friends. My will I have left with the town mayor. He knows what to do in my passing. I will not have time, I believe, to gather my friends here.
All
My
right,
life
then.
lives. At which point you hear the pitter-patter of Zaya. Reluctantly. She looks to you, Zaya, in your rainbow head, and she says, "Do you play music?"
Of course, that's what I do best.
She kind of points her like now bony finger, like really bony looking finger, the life just leaving her. She points to a cabinet off to the side. there. Some pipes. Can't you play panpipes?
Yeah, look, I have some here too. Bloop.
The ones my mother gave me.
Okay, so I head to the cabinet and I grab it.
Yeah, you head to the cabinet. Rogar helps you as they're kind of high up on the shelf,
Shoo!
collecting dust with wherever it belongs. He pulls down a set of panpipes that are very well crafted, made of solid wooden material. It even though it looks like it hasn't been used in a long time, it's maintained quite a pristine quality. Rogar hands them to you.
I take it from his hands.
All right, they're a set of panpipes.
Or do they feel any special?
You can make an Arcana check.
Yeah. $21.
As Rogar places it in your hand, you feel a surge of arcane energy kind of just pass through your body. These are magical panpipes.
Okay. So I'll say, wow, these are fancy panpipes you have here.
A gift to my mother from my father. Please.
Do you have any special requests?
She names a song that her mom used to sing to her. It's a folk song of the the Water Davian area, a well-known song that you would know.
Okay,
she
good.
Plays sort of a lullaby she used to sing. Eloise says, "Please, I'm going to sleep now. Send me on my way."
Yeah, so I'll just start playing it at a slow pace, I guess.
All right. So you begin to play the song. Eloise smiles a little bit. She closes her eyes, and you kind of watch as her body slowly kind of slumps over. It begins to sink, but peacefully. As you play the song, as you end the song, she's laying there with a smile on her face. But there's no more presence of breath.
Does it feel any different when I play those panpipes? Not
There
yet.
was definitely, it's produced a wonderful sound, a wonderful tone. Definitely a magic presence coming from the panpipes, but I'm not sure what the presence is.
We better alert somebody of this woman's passing.
Yeah, I turn to Wolverine.
I agree.
Lest any suspicions be raised.
We should carry her out. Wolverine?
Is that a good idea?
I don't know if you should carry her. I think we should go let the people know.
I'm not sure that it's necessary to bring her anyplace.
No.
But if
we should leave her where she lies.
If we should leave and not tell anybody, that certainly looks a little suspicious.
That's suspicious, yeah. I agree. I need to take Cinder out anyway, so I'm just gonna go start letting people know.
Can you prestidigitation all evidence of us being here? And then
also, I'm gonna head back upstairs.
Okay.
Should any witnesses have seen us come here, or I mean, we asked about this place at the inn.
We're not gonna get in trouble for being here when she died.
Not if we do the natural thing and tell somebody that she passed away.
And we should. Let's go to the mayor's place.
That's exactly what I suggested from the beginning.
Yep.
But there's no need to take her body anywhere. We can leave it here.
I figured we should start burying it. It might look good on us.
I mean, typically, humans like to have a memorial before throwing their corpses in the ground.
Oh, the Dragonborn way, we just toss it in a pile, burn it.
All right, let's
kind of just walking around and cleaning up the place by eating whatever's left on the floor. Oh, that's
Vacuum cleaner.
Let us to the mayor's place.
Do we know where the mayor resides?
I went back upstairs and while they're having this conversation.
Okay. It doesn't take, as you guys exit without Zaya, I mean, it doesn't take you long to... Res Alantar is a small town. I ask a few guys. It is late, as you recall, but I mean, to find the central building of this town isn't difficult at all. It's the one with the bell, as many town centers are with the bell. Zaya, you returned back upstairs.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see if there's any either a journal or anything interesting in those rooms that I would want to be taking? Anything worth a lot, or anything that could
Advice,
help us?
alarm.
You look around. Yeah, okay. You kind of enter the master bedroom. The other rooms are kind of guest rooms. It was a guest room and a study. The guest room obviously is pretty barren
Empty.
in terms of empty. Just obviously guest rooms. You go to the study. You come across some books here and there. There's some letters she had written to some people she had known at some point or other. Make a perception check. Okay. Kind of going through her desk, her kind of writing desk. Yeah, you find about amongst everything about 10 gold. She wasn't too materialistic, I suppose. You find some odds and ends of objects. Going to her room, you do find some jewelry that she would have worn. Find a pair of emerald earrings that look to be about 50 gold, worth 50 gold. You find a collection of other just jewelry pieces, some bracelets, some necklaces of smaller worth. Again, that collection of her jewelry would be worth about 100 gold. And you curiously find a stuffed plush toy. It's a unicorn, a purple unicorn, just sitting on her bed. It seems very out of place.
Oh.
And very old. But other than that, again, there's just a bunch of random items that you would probably find if you are looking for them. But in terms of value, those are the things you've discovered.
Okay, so can I do just an investigation check on the unicorn? I just want to make sure that it's gonna be safe to touch.
Sure.
And that it's not trapped or anything weird.
Yep. Yeah, it's a very old plush toy.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right. So the rest of you guys are outside, minus Zaya. You've kind of located the central building, the town center. I presume you head over.
Yes.
It's late, but you enter. The mayor's kind of fishing up for the night, preparing to head home. It's a tall, lanky-looking human. He's got like big, nerdy glasses. He kind of looks like a pushover. He says, "Oh, yes, I'm just closing up for the night and heading home, but you're not from around here, I presume. You look like travelers, some adventurers, perhaps?"
We were visiting Eloise.
Eloise, I don't believe we have an Eloise. Oh, Athilda, yes, the old grandmother, yes. Yes, great woman. I spat all over her. Yes, great woman.
We have some unfortunate news.
Oh.
Unfortunately, she just passed in her old age. And we are here to inform you that her body is laying peacefully on her couch in her homestead.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not going home quite yet. I guess I got to work on the building. My wife's going to kill me if she was making the dinner. Oh, come on. Yes, dead. Perfect. Not perfect. Yes. So you say she's in her room or in her house. She died when you were there.
She's in her living room.
Well, she did leave us her will. It was her time was coming. We understand. She was fairly old. She left her will with me and to take care of her belongings and her personal effects in the time of her passing. Very well. I will send some people over to retrieve the body and prepare the funeral, I suppose. But were you friends with her? Did she
yes.
go peacefully?
She was very happy.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice to hear. She was a great asset to this community. Maybe kind of just...
So we'll leave that with you?
Slowly walk away.
Yes, I mean, I suppose so. I mean, I have to take care of the body. I will take care of it. I mean, if you want to stay for the funeral.
Sure. Well, we were probably staying the night. like the others were like wrecked. If
Well,
the
I
funeral's
cleaned,
tonight,
cleaned everybody up, but
no, well,
probably
I'm like
bruised and whatnot.
healed. Yeah. We're most likely spending the night at the inn. If the funeral's tonight, we would love to attend.
Well, it likely wouldn't be tonight. It's kind of late. Preserve the body and have a small ceremony tomorrow.
Sure, sounds good.
Thank you for being with Eloise. You called her Eloise? Athilda in her time of passing. I'm sure she was very happy. Thank you for putting her to peace. Sorry, it's been a long day. I also bit my tongue. And he kind of just begins to he sits down, frustrated, but he knows his duty, and begins to kind of sort out some stuff, prepare to retrieve Eloise's body.
All right, yeah. So to the others, I guess we should head to the inn.
Yes, I could certainly go for a night's rest.
I will head to
Off
the
we
inn when I'm
go.
done.
All right, so you guys head back to the Sleeping Dragon. Yandrel Horn is also just kind of finishing up, cleaning the area. He sees you guys and greets you and sends you off onto your rooms that are paid for already.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys head to bed.
Did you steal
Zaya,
anything, Zaya?
you come out. Zaya, you come out, and I guess you meet up with them at the Sleeping Dragon. Sorry. All right, and you guys head to bed.
While in bed, can I inspect the bracelets?
Sure. Yeah, you can spend like an hour to identify the objects of which you wear. And you determine that they're just fancy golden bracelets. Probably worth a lot. They fit nicely on you. But there doesn't seem to be anything arcanic about them.
Cool.
Nothing but a memory. All right.
Can I do the same thing with the pipes?
Sure. You spend some time looking at the pipes. Again, they're long, elegant looking panpipes. After spending some time, you determine that they are the pipes of soothing. I'm going to post kind of just point form of what it does. But essentially what it does, it's got 3 charges. That's that I believe come back every day. I gotta double check that. But you can spend 1 charge using an action and to target a creature. So it's kind of like the sleep spell, but it's not quite like the sleep spell where in this case, you can target a creature and it has to make a wisdom saving throw. And if it fails that throw, it sleeps for 1 minute. Attuning to this also allows you to have +1 to your attack rolls.
Ooh, that's pretty sweet.
So that's always I have +1 to any attack rolls.
As long as you're attuned to the item, you have +1 to your attack
it's
rolls.
attunement to the item.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's unlike the sleep spell where you target by HP. This one you target a target itself, and that target has to make a wisdom saving throw to stay awake, as you soothe them right to sleep, as you did with Eloise.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's what I did to her. Whoops.
You put her into the eternal sleep.
So basically, Zaya killed her.
Well, I mean, she
Without
did
knowing.
thunderclap her dead body.
She just gave her the final dose.
Final dose. All right. Okay.
Can I
Anything
get?
else?
Can I also? I guess I'll get attuned to them while I'm laying in bed.
Sure. Yeah, you can spend another hour to attune. All right. So you spend. You guys, go to your respective rooms, do what you need to do. Rogar has a tongue
Wait,
ache.
who's sharing rooms with who? You know?
You guys were able to ascertain enough single rooms for yourselves
Oh.
through the contact of the Zentarum and Lucius once again.
Yes.
Almost enough to
Pretty
convert me.
All right. You wake up to the pitter patter on your windows and your the roof as a slow, steady stream of rain begins to begin,
Pathetic fallacy.
and kind of you just hear the tolling of a bell. Appears to be from the town hall, just like a solemn toll. You wake up and stir, head downstairs. Yandrel's there. He says, good morning. A solemn day.
Do you know what time the funeral is, Yandril?
They're preparing the graveyard now. The tomb. Grave site.
I turned to
In a couple
everyone.
hours.
I asked, do you guys mind if we go before heading north to Anfield?
I'd like to go.
Lucius
I
just
mean,
kind
we-
of sighs. Doesn't say anything.
We stayed back for you at one point, all willingly.
We're gonna
Are
slaps you on the
really-
back.
Are you really going to pull that with me after barge right in?
Well, is there
Yeah,
is there anything special in this city, in this town, other than that?
It's a small little village. Just a stop on your way. You
I
guys
turned
mainly
to
just
Zion.
stopped here to sleep.
Were you able to find anything in your room? Any
Oh,
journals or anything?
well, and I'll quietly whisper in his ears, I found this plush unicorn. So I don't know what it is exactly, but
You
it
found
was
the plush
kinda
unicorn? May I see it?
Cool.
I recognize the plush. We found the plush unicorn originally at the place, right?
Yeah, one of her unicorns. You found it decrepit, almost headless, just buried in the sands, and just the horn. It's definitely the same one she had kept. She had two of them, presumably, and she had kept one. Managed to get one off the islands.
May I see it? Saya?
Sure, I'll pull it out.
I hold it.
It's better condition from the one you found back on the islands.
Do you mind if we bury this with her? As our token?
Are you sure this is not worth keeping?
It's just a plush toy. It was hers when she was a child, when she was only about 10 years old with her brother.
But maybe we can give it to another child?
Why are you guys playing with toys?
I don't know. I mean, Anakel seems to be pretty attached to this thing.
Look, I feel pretty attached to the family as a whole after what I had done. Though in hindsight, I realized what I did was a good thing, having saved Hubert in his state. He was going
So-
to be like that as she was for the rest of his for eternity, or who knows how long. So it worked out in the end. But I would like to take this unicorn and bury it with the body.
You know what, Anakel? You can have this. But remember, you owe me one after this one.
I take a gold coin and flick it at her.
No, that's not what I mean. I flick it back.
It smacks
That's
you in the
not what I
forehead. All right. So see, you guys head outside. It's drizzling. Dark clouds loom overhead. It looks like people are beginning to make a procession towards what appears to be the church and their respective graveyard. And they look like within an hour they're going to be starting up a short ceremony, a short burial ceremony. So you guys head over, I presume, and witness and watch as what appears to be the town cleric gives a little speech regarding who Athilda was and how she gave to the community, always there to help out when she could, and just how she just brought, gave Rassalanta a purpose almost. And one by one, different individuals from the town come and speak up, talk about their favorite memories and the stories that they would share with her, the stories that she shared with them, and just they kind of go through the process. At which point, you see there's the body laying there in an open, what appears to be a coffin, dressed in it's covered because obviously you can't really see her head because of the sunken skin, but she is wrapped in her finest water Davian clothes and blankets, and it looks pretty nice. And on her a bunch of violets, as the villagers placed them, because I knew that she liked these kind of flowers.
Push F to pay respects.
Yeah, basically, it begins to rain a little bit more, but they look like they're preparing now to bury the body.
Yeah, so I wait till everyone's done their thing, and before they close the casket, I'd like to go up and put the unicorn on her body before I do.
Sure. Yeah, you approach, and the cleric's kind of standing there. He says, "Oh, were you a friend of Athilda?"
I just nod. I'm not gonna explain it to them.
He kind of sees you with the plush. Some of them are, people were familiar that she had this toy. She's talked about it before. No one seems to pay any weird mind to the fact that you placed it in the coffin find a nice place just under the arm. Step back. The cleric nods to you, and they begin to kind of lower her in and cover the grave.
Well, I turn to the others. I'm like, I guess that's it. We probably could head down to Amphail.
Let's head out.
Rogadar says, well, we have to go get our horses. Where do we leave our horses?
Oh, that's a good question. Does Wolverine know? 'Cause,
At
I mean, he
the
would need-
stables, I guess.
I think we just left them just roaming around. I mean, they're probably in a stable somewhere. Let's go find
Okay,
them.
well, I mean, when we stop at an inn, the assumption is that the inn has a place for the horses.
This is
Just
true.
out back, there's a stable. And you guys head back behind the sleeping dragon. And find your Waterdavian mounts, which you have ascertained from Waterdeep. So, northwards then.
Onward and forward. Northwards.
Onward.
it is.
They will be expecting these horses soon.
Yes, I didn't fail.
All right. You achieve your horses, mount up, say adieu to Rassalantar, and continue along the long road heading north
Yeah.
to the Crypt Garden Forest or the Spine of the World. All right.
I put my hood up because it's raining. And because you can't see me crying.
It's a terrible day for rain. All right. So, leaving that behind you, you guys mount up and head north. Yeah, it's raining a little bit. The rain begins to subside throughout the morning. And you head up Amphail. The roads are pretty quiet as it is raining. Not a lot of people traveling. Rogadar kind of just saunters up behind you guys, next to you guys, and says, so, have you decided? Dragon or mountains?
Oh, mountains for sure.
Yeah, mountains.
It doesn't
I
make
vote
any
dragons.
sense.
The dragon is on the way. It's
Yes.
not even a detour at this point.
No, but we
But
might
The
die.
dragon wants to kill us. The mountains don't want to kill
No.
us.
The
We could
dragon
just as
never
easily
wanted
die
to
in
kill
the
us.
mountains as we could die to the dragon. You act as though it's the same. It's more of a risk when it's the same risk. We were told by the man that it was the same risk either way.
Yeah, but the way I see it is double risk to go to both.
Oh, I didn't mean to start a conversation, an argument again, but I'm just curious. I feel like someone up above just wants to know.
Rogadar, you just want to fight something. I promise we'll fight
No,
something.
I like to
else on
see
the
my
way.
brethren. I am a dragonborn, of course.
If we are passing right by the Crypt Garden Forest, I am going to talk to the dragon, with or without you.
Or
Yes.
we can go to Womford and get a fight there instead.
Womford, I mean,
Womford?
Womford, what the
Well, I
hell?
mean, yeah, there's Rogadar's thing there. We need to go back.
We're not going back to Womford to deal with the vampire.
Oh, vampire. We'll start
Rogadar
that story
says,
again.
no, I'm good. We can. Let's proceed north. I vote
That
dragon.
is not on the way, whereas Crypt Garden Forest is on the way.
I mean, it's pretty much just as on the way. I say we can skip both. Hopefully, Zephyros will come by before we have to choose.
Yes, hopefully this entire issue will just resolve itself without any of our involvement whatsoever.
Let's try something. So I'll go to my earpiece and be like, "Hey, Zephyros, I don't know if you can hear us. Perhaps you kept a piece of this for yourself because you want to spy on us for some reason. But hey, if you did, I just want to say hi and say that I learned some new songs for you, and we learned a lot on Giants too that we can share with you. And if you can come see us soon, we're on the trail to Amphail, close to that big city. What's it called?
Rassalantar.
No. Okay, Rassalantar
Waterdeep.
and Waterdeep. Yeah, that's right. And it would be really nice if you came and said hi. So that's the end of my message.
This is voicemail.
and then you hear the beep. You're like, ah, damn it, I said it too fast.
That was a really long wait for a beep.
So you guys continue along the road, discussing
There's hope.
what your plans. Is there anything you guys want to do or talk about as you make your journey there to Amphail?
I think we already
You don't.
had our
Okay.
talk about
All right,
the
all
Crypt
right.
Garden Forest.
I really gotta go to the bathroom. Just have a talk anyways.
Oh,
Anakel, can we expect any more issues with demonic possession while we travel in your presence?
No,
we're good.
that was for sure the last of it. The first and the last.
first, I think not, but last, definitely.
That was the last of it. I'm supposed to be. I saw Tenpin, my master. He spoke to me and he warned me that I must be on the good behavior, essentially. And he also mentioned when the time comes, it's going to matter. Which I have no idea what that means.
All
I
right,
don't
sorry
know.
about that.
Excuse me, I'm talking.
Oh, sorry.
As I say to
he's like coughing himself.
No. I meant the passerby who just crossed.
Oh. They kind of just
Tevin mentioned that when the time came, my good deeds would be counted against me. I have no idea what that means. It seems pretty ominous. But going forward, I essentially just have to be on my best behavior. So, new year, new me.
Well then.
You need an accountability buddy.
I would hope you would be it. I was hoping you'd suggest it.
You want me to keep you on the straight and narrow?
If that's possible, I would love it.
Aren't you the
I'll
one
give
that
you
encourages
some-
the bad
some
behavior?
Some slaps next time you feel like killing a child.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
It's a deal.
All right. It's a deal indeed. All right, so riding on a mountain, you're making great timing. The sky has cleared up, and the sun begins to peer through the clouds. It's about late afternoon when you can spot another kind of settlement off to the north, which you can presume is Amphail.
No time warps this time?
No, there are no time warps. No one wanted to go out in the rain today. It was just one of those days where it was just like, you know what? It's a Monday. I don't want to get rained on.
Even the monsters, they just, it's just not
Yeah,
worth it.
they all stayed.
They're like, no, anymore. Not today. Not today. No, we're on vacation.
I'm just walking with my loincloth kind of out because I noticed that there's mashed potatoes in there. I don't know how they got there, and I'm like the rain just like washed them down my legs.
Gross.
Oh,
I remember that happening, but how did it happen?
there's mashed potatoes in there or smeared?
There's mashed potatoes in my loincloth. I usually only put beef jerky there. I think that was Mike.
Oh, right. You weren't there, and you both played it.
All right.
You're sleepwalking.
Broke the rules. Only jerky in the loincloth.
My bad. I got a lot to think about, man. All right, so you guys approach what appears to be Amphail. This town looks much bigger and much more, much richer than Rassalantar, to say the least.
Do we have like a tourist guide to Faerun? And just like,
Oh yeah, just
Check
let me
the
make
Amphail
a
page?
make a history check to see what you know about Amphail.
We should totally get a tour guide for our journeys.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm thinking that'd be nice. Nope.
You've never been to Amphail. Like you've never left your area. You've never passed through here.
Does anyone else know anything about Amphail?
I don't know. I can check if I knew.
I know
any
that it is
spells.
but a stopping point on the way to our real destination. Let us
Yeah.
not waste too much time here.
All right.
We're never wasting time, ever, Lucius. We're always right where we're supposed to be at the right time, and we leave right when we're supposed to be as well.
Says the one who complained. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, you know that basic history of Amphail. You know that it's where horses are bred and trained for Waterdeep. This is where the horses come from. It's a horse-centered town. It's also a place where rich Waterdavian nobles and individuals come and seclude or have secluded estates in the hills, and you can spot them in the distance. Large estates, kind of scattered throughout the hillside. In between them stand large groupings of duskwood trees and spruce trees that are just clumped everywhere, and you see them scattered throughout. You guys know it's a town run that's under the control of the Lord's Alliance as much of the kind of jurisdiction of Waterdeep.
So let's remember, if we're gonna do anything in Anakel, we need to secure more horses. Likely, we have to drop these ones off to the soldiers.
All right. As you approach, it's clear there's some commotion going on in Anakel. There's a lot of people out and about. The town, as you approach, does seem to be almost decorated. There are large banners of colored flags strung about the streets, flags waving, just with like the emblem of Waterdeep, and you just see a lot of people just kind of going around decorating, cleaning up. There seems to be something happening or happened at some points.
Ooh, looks festive.
Do I know? Okay, wait. No, we're not anywhere close to Silverwood, right?
No, Silverwood
Okay,
is
fine.
way far.
Okay, sorry. Because when you said estate, I was like, I remember this word. Never mind.
All right. You approach, kind of go through the town, and people greet you. The Amphalians greet you. And you approach the town square. In the center of the or in the back far end of the square is a large, black stone statue. That is just of this giant war stallion,
Ooh.
and it's kind of rearing. It just looks nasty, strong, like a real stallion. But in this moment, as you look around, it's been painted awkward colors of like bright colors, kind of match the festivities around. So it kind of pulls away from its ominous demeanor. And you see some birds are kind of perched on its head, and kids nearby are throwing rocks up at it, trying to knock off these birds so they don't poop all over it. You see in the square as well, a bunch of pavilions have been erected and tables, and it's almost reminiscent of the celebration of Golden Fields that you had not too
Ooh,
a
another
little
party.
time ago.
Wonder if there's an axe throwing competition.
Well, we won stuff last time too. Luna has that Dragon Slayer. Was it Dragon Slayer or Giant Slayer arrow?
Oh, that arrow thing you got.
Yeah, keep on that arrow.
Giant slaying arrow.
How
All
long
right,
was the journey
We should see if there's
between-
competition games.
It's about 4 p.m. roughly 5 p.m. You guys made some pretty good timing.
Oh jeez.
Like you can
I'd like
continue
to
onward.
keep an eye on
Does
the
it-
skies to make sure I'm not seeing any floating castles.
Sure, make a perception check.
Does it look like they're taking down the stuff? Is it over, or is it just like?
No,
'cause
it
it's
looks like they're
raining,
set-
there's not much
Oh, they're setting up.
It looks like they're setting up.
setting up, so we're getting
Nice.
here just in time.
As Lucius rolls his eyes, like, here we. As you guys walk around, and Lucius, just like, this isn't happening. You guys are still mounted on your horses that you are to deliver to Amphail.
I just start looking for this wherever the stable might be that we're supposed to deliver
Yeah.
these to.
Yeah, so Amphail's a little larger than Restaurant. It doesn't take you too long. You ask for some directions, and it's just past. One of the villagers says, "Yes, just past the Staghorn Flagon. You'll see it just beyond there. Are the training grounds for the horses?" And she kind of points towards this tavern, this cozy-looking tavern. And beyond there, you see there's kind of a large field that's been sectioned off for horse breeding and horse training. They obviously take their horses really seriously here.
I look for somebody who looks like they're in charge, and or
Right.
who I should report to.
Yeah, you find one of like a stable master who's kind of directing some lesser beings to move some horses around. He's kind of directing them. A dwarf, ironically, fat dwarf old man.
So we've brought your horses from Waterdeep.
Oh, okay. I was told some horses were coming by. There should be, 1, 2, 3, 6 of them or something. 6? Is that right? 6?
Yes, that's
Six.
correct.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Just bring them over there. And he points to one of this large stable. It's huge. It looks like it houses hundreds of horses. Just bring them over there and leave them. Buddy, it's fine.
Are we able to charter more horses from this point?
This is usually a stopping point. We don't go. This beyond here is under the jurisdiction of Waterdeep. What do you want to take?
We want to ride north.
No,
I would
but
suggest we do.
not just right north. We just have to travel for a little while, and horses would be very useful when we're covering a good distance
No,
in
that's
general.
Towards the
yeah.
north.
That's the purpose of horses, of traveling long distances.
Do you
I mean,
sell horses?
I mean, we
in this
can test
town?
them out to
I
see.
can, if you want some horses, you have to buy them. We don't barter with you. These adventuring kind of notions.
Well, do you have any like bastards that are not?
How
Not
much
very
do the
useful?
horses cost to purchase?
Yes.
Good question. We don't really sell horses, so let me double check.
You just said you sell horses.
I mean,
I know
we
I
can-
sell horses. I've got to. Let me go talk to the financial administrator. Yeah, I don't.
You
have
guys are
that question.
crazy. You want to buy
Nice.
horses? That's such a bad idea.
These are not
We're
just
not-
any horses. These are Water Davian bred horses. These are like the pride of.
Lucius, you don't know how to bargain. You gotta stop doing this. We're not just gonna give our
do
money
the
away.
bargaining- So do the bargaining for us.
Well, I don't want to buy a
No,
horse.
we don't need to save one gold.
No.
I like walking.
Red Larch is a
I
far
mean,
away
I
from
mean,
here.
Overbane.
Red
Alright.
Larch is
We
like
can't even
4
afford one
times-
horse altogether.
It's like 4 times the distance between Rasalantar and Amphail.
So
Let's
let's say we can
just
only
figure
buy
out.
one.
Let's
There's
just
no
wait
point-
until he tells us how much they actually cost before
He kind of comes back
getting into the.
with some like paperwork to just kind of see what their going rate is. It's like,
All right.
We want the slowest
Some-
one.
Yeah, so I'm not giving you
No.
our best ones. I'll sell you our some
The ugliest
well
and
trained horses.
cheapest.
Yes.
You're not a good
300
salesman, friend. You should have told us they were the best.
Yeah, I don't need you to buy them. We have hundreds of horses.
How
We
much
breed
are
them
they?
for
100?
300 each.
Yo,
300
Okay.
steal them.
300 what?
Each
Gold.
gold.
300 gold each.
300 gold each.
Okay. Okay, we'll think about it. If you can make a better offer, we're probably more gonna be interested than that.
Good
So you're gonna
bargaining
tell us
time.
not the
Can I
best
do
bargaining.
can I do a perception check on like the security system in this place?
Oh
We're
my
not
goodness.
gonna. Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
Unless we all have horses, it's not worth having one. So you're not gonna steal one. 'Cause We're not.
there's a lot of people. This like, this seems to be like the center of work in Amphail. Aside from the villagers who are kind of preparing for some celebration, there's a lot of workers around here, and they're also protected by the Water Davian city guard.
Let's try a
You see the
different
amount of-
approach. Friend, sir, is there something that you need that us adventurers can help you with, and in exchange,
He doesn't
give
own
us
these
each a
horses.
horse?
He doesn't own these horses. These are owned by
He has
Waterdeep.
connections.
I don't need anything. What would I need? I have my horses, and that's all I need. I have to deliver these horses to Waterdeep in good condition and well trained. That is my job. There's nothing I need.
So what do
Waterdeep
you
pays
do
me
with
well.
the ones that don't get trained well?
We don't fail. They all get trained well. That is our job.
I whisper to Wolverine, yo, we should just steal them at night. We can just take some for free.
I think you're a little klepto.
Yeah. Uh-huh. A little.
No,
Klepto and hoarder.
I'm just saying like we don't have enough money for this, so let's try another alternative.
I already said I like walking.
Okay. If there's no such way we can get north of here from Amphail easily, well, thank you for your time, and we will head out. But do you guys want to check out the festivities?
Maybe they have a fight club.
Lucius, please.
Maybe we could start a
Who
fight
cares
club.
if Lucius wants or not? We're going to the festivities, and we're gonna drag him anyways.
This is the walkthrough. If anything looks interesting, we can try it. We'll just go forward, never backwards. We'll eventually leave Amphail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I assume that
In
despite
circle, though,
my
right?
wishes, none of you are going to want to travel at night.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's already 4 o'clock.
I'm fully rested. I could
So
go.
we either
Yeah, me
continue.
too.
Well, I mean, okay, we didn't play the hours in between, but you have to imagine that we were up. We've been up all day.
No. I'm good.
Okay, but guys, I mean, we can set a fire to the stable, and then they'll have to evacuate the horses.
No,
Without
we're not
the
We're
doing
horses.
not gonna
We're
steal
not doing
you guys
horses.
are so
We're
boring.
I just want to
boring.
point out that without the horses, we have about an 8 days journey to Red Larch.
Zaya,
Yeah, so let's put fire to the freaking stable.
No,
we
we're
take the
not
horses.
doing that.
Zaya,
Wow.
I think you
Rogadar,
need-
what do you
So
want to do?
perhaps we
I-
should just continue on our way, get as far as we can before setting up camp. We don't have time for such frivolities.
Okay,
are
well, I
heroes after
definitely
all,
want to
I
do
guess.
something today. So if we're not stealing horses, we're definitely doing at least the festivities.
Meanwhile, we're talking while this guy is like standing right here.
No, we're
No,
It's
no,
like
no,
you
no,
pull
no.
off. It's like you pull off. Like in a store, you pull off to the
Zaya,
side.
Zaya, I think you need an accountability buddy too.
Yeah, I agree.
I have Rogadar.
I'm gonna
I
be
don't
your
need another
accountability
one.
buddy,
Okay, I support this.
along with Matt. I have so much experience in
Okay,
this.
I
Who's Matt?
Listen,
Matt?
listen, guys. I already have Rogadar.
Who
I
is he?
definitely
I'll
don't
kill
need
him.
another person.
Yeah, but
Who's
clearly
watching?
he's not keeping you in check with your kleptomania as well as your.
No, you watch as
hoarding,
Rogar has
so
walked
stop.
off from this conversation, following his nose towards what appears to be this.
I'm following
tavern.
Rogadar. I'm not even listening then at this point.
Zaya, you see, Rogadar is an enabler.
Rogar
Yeah,
says,
I'm good. He's
Gilded
leading. I'm
shouts-
gonna follow him. And I
he
walk
shouts
away.
off in the distance saying, I don't want to set fire to anything! And he's kind of just
Thank
follows his
you.
nose towards the tavern.
I follow him.
So you head towards the tavern. You guys kind of look around, and you get the sense that the festivities, they're still setting up, and it's late. It doesn't seem like they're going to be doing it today.
Before I leave, can I just ask the guy really quickly? I just want to what are you guys celebrating?
that Stand by. He just froze.
I have a-
My brain's frozen. I gotta think. It's Thailander Roaring Horn's birthday, his 63rd birthday. That bastard is using his birthday to warm the souls of the citizens of Vanvale for the shield.
Nothing,
It's
nothing wrong.
politics, bullshit politics. The whole shield meet is politics and bullshit. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm all about the horses. Go away.
All right, have a good night.
No,
Someone
I will
needs a
not.
hobby or a wife.
My hobby is horses. My wife is. Go away.
All right. So we just go to the tavern? They obviously don't look like they're setting up their opening tonight for the festivities.
Well, if we retire early, perhaps we can get an early start in the morning. Cover more ground.
Let's do
Sure.
it. We do
Guess
have
it's-
a.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, we do have a goal, and Lucius is right. We should keep our eye on the prize.
Which
You're
is
here
to
to
get
save the
killed
world.
by a dragon.
We are here to save the world.
You guys enter to see Zaya and Rogadar have already found a table. It's pretty crowded. A lot of the individuals there seem to be, tired and dirty from whatever day's work they were doing to set up these festivities or working with the horses. You see a lot of stable type individuals. And there's just the proprietor of the inn. It's a great-haired woman, female human, and she looks very friendly, and she's balancing trays of food and cups and mugs and drinks on her hands. She's got like 3 trays on each hand. She's got them on her head. She's balancing them with perfection as she kind of twirls about and spins and dodges the crowds in perfect balance. And they head towards Rognar's and Zaya. And she places one of the trays from her head of fish and potatoes in front of Rognar. It's his favorite food.
Yes.
And the rest
I'm
of you
waiting
guys-
all day for this. I mean, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to chill for the night?
I'm not even tired. I just want to go out on the town, see what the festival has.
Yeah, me
They're
too.
not even open yet. They're still setting up.
That's what I mean. We can see
Yeah, so I mean, we'll
what'll
eat
be
and
open
then go.
tomorrow.
Oh, we can get our itinerary for
Plan
tomorrow
exactly. Plan what we're doing, and
in the
then
most efficient way.
before Lucius wakes up in the morning, we can do all of it, and then just leave when he wakes up.
Hey,
Quickly,
I can
run
also
back
I
to
sleep
for 1
4
minute every
hours.
4
time.
hours.
So
Yeah,
good
no,
luck with that.
No, but Zaya can put you to sleep
I
at 3
spend
minutes.
every morning of this adventure sitting around for 4 hours waiting. for
Waiting.
books.
Guys, it's true.
This is my life.
Okay,
I
you guys
have
are
a
kind of
suggestion. What if we were to get less than 6 horses or 8 horses?
And double up.
Yeah.
We don't even have that money though. I have 300 gold on me. I can afford one
I
horse.
have more than that.
I could carry someone and run really fast. I'm like a Clydesdale.
Yeah,
Not
you
a
can
horse.
take
Not a horse
Gaia.
speed though. You know the
Rogar
fastest
kind of
horse.
nudges you and says, "I think he was joking."
I have that
Sorry, I had a traumatizing day.
nipple ring of haste. Remember?
Oh yeah,
You have
that's
a
canon.
nipple ring of
It's
haste?
canon. I have a
As you
nipple
guys are-
ring of haste.
As you guys are discussing a nipple ring, this gray-haired woman, still balancing trays, comes back and says, "Oh, welcome. Can I get you anything?
Fish and potatoes, please.
I'd like some
That's right.
ale.
Some ale for you. Anything else for you companions?"
A
Do you
tray
have
of
any
the
maps
food.
of the festivities?
Sorry.
Do you
what?
have any maps of the festivities?
Oh no, sorry, no maps. We don't have any maps of the festivities.
Do you have like a bowl of meat that you can get my wolf over here?
Oh, of course. Raw
Oh,
meats
thank
for
you.
the wolf.
Thank you.
I'll have some raw meat too.
Raw meat for the bigger wolf. Oh, absolutely. welcome. Welcome to the Steak Horn Flag. And you're obviously not from around here. My name is Arliosa Starhenge, and I'll
Can
be
I
the
call-
server today.
Can I call you Babs?
Yeah, babe, you can call me whatever you want.
You look like a Babs.
I am quite a Babs. And she kind of does like a pirouette and spins off, and even though old, kind of like saunters to the crowd to retrieve all your food.
I elbow Anakel. She's an impressive woman.
I'm not into the cougars, man.
Make a Wolverbane as you do that. Make a
performance check.
performance check.
What am I performing?
Oh, you know.
Oh, you know. Make a give me a straight intelligence check.
No.
Wouldn't have
Look- look
expected
into
any
the thought-
higher.
No,
You look
yeah,
deep in thought
as
there,
you
Wolverine. What's up?
What?
You look deep in thought. What's up?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never mind. You're doing an intelligence check.
I don't
in
know
that
why
moment,
I'm doing this.
in that moment, you're just like, in a brief fraction of a moment, when she said her name, something just sparked, but it whisked away faster than beef jerking your loins, shoving into your mouth. Gone.
I forget her real name. I shall just call her Babs.
Rogadar at which point says, Babs! Oh, and a cheese sandwich for myself, sorry. I'm a little caught up with the discussion with my companions. Cheese sandwich, please.
Aren't you lactose? When did you start eating cheese?
I heard that if you eat a lot of lactose things, you can overcome your disease. I'm gonna try it. But if I'm pooping raw acid, I'll blame Babs. Alright, so at some points, Babs, also known as Erlosa, returns with all your food balanced precariously but well on her various body parts. She's got like a tray on her bosoms as she's like walking towards you, Wolverine. She's like, "Hey, sugar, this one's for you."
He looks excited.
I bet that's really heavy. Need some help?
I'd like you to take it from me.
I take them off of her bosom.
And she kind of places the food around you. She looks at you, Wolverine, and kind of winks and says, "You remind me of somebody, an old friend of mine."
Or, okay. What was your friend's name?
Zelbrin. And she kind of just walks off.
Zelbring?
Bryn.
Zelbrin. That was his
Zelbrin.
last name.
That was his last name.
His first name was Miros. And she walks off.
Euros.
That
And so you all have your. Rogar's got his cheese sandwich. You got your raw meats and your
ale and your
Yeah, the
fish
journal.
potatoes.
I turn to Wolverbane and I say, "Wasn't Miros the bartender at Golden Fields?"
I
Oh,
believe that
that's
was his
true.
name. It sounded familiar. I was just double checking in my memory banks.
That's true. That's what it was. I tried talking to him, and he didn't care about me. He only wanted to talk to Wolverbane.
It's
I
because
remember
I'm a
that.
hero.
Yes.
He was the
Wow, your name
the
travels
hairy
far
face-
wide,
the
Wolverine.
hairy
He was
face man.
he was the Yeti guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Yeti guy.
the Santa
He
Claus
got
looking
white
guy.
Hair. Yes, I remember him. He was very jolly.
I didn't even have to reference
You-
my notes for that.
You had a
At least someone's remembering.
arm
Paying
wrestle,
attention.
I
arm
did,
wrestle
yeah.
against him.
Yep.
Did you win that?
I did win.
Ooh.
I got a natural 20 on it.
That feels like so long ago that
It was,
we were there.
feels like a year.
In reality, it's probably been only 2 weeks.
All right, so while you guys are hanging around,
Do you think Babs and Miros?
Ugh.
He does have the gray hair.
And he was gray hair all over.
All the gray, everybody who has gray hair is obviously,
They're all-
together.
They're
Yeah,
stacking
like
up,
this.
man.
Whatever this means.
all right. So what do you guys do? Do you guys want to just pass the time real quick here in Amphail? Is there something you want to do?
I want to
Tonight?
go. So there's nothing going on right now, though, right? Outside?
Aside from the normal whereabouts, I mean, or the normal activities, there's no fancy festivities going on. Everyone seems to have stopped for the nights, and I mean, you don't.
Why don't we double up on the horses? I still think that's a viable option.
We would need 3 horses.
Uh huh.
I need a horse all to myself.
Well,
I'm like
Wolverine would need a horse for himself.
600
There's
pounds.
no way. Yeah, we need 4 horses. That's $1,200. I mean, we could salvage up the money. It's whether do we want to? If we lose these horses, if we even lose
I
one
definitely
horse,
don't want
then
to do that.
if we
I
lose
definitely
even one
would
horse,
rather
then,
try to steal
if we
them.
lose even one horse, then it becomes an issue because we only have 3. It's.
Okay.
I think we should just walk it.
We should
We'll
try
find
to
another-
steal
another
them.
transport.
Like, we only need to steal 4 or 5. It's no big deal.
I'm not
I'm-
stealing any horses.
Zaya,
You don't have to. I can do it with other
I
people.
put my hand.
No,
on
I'm not.
the head
I'm
and
not gonna sit on any.
All right,
stolen-
you give her the
As your accountability buddy,
test.
Oh,
I have
leave me
to-
alone,
I have to let
Wolverine.
you know that stealing things is
is wrong.
a bad thing.
It's okay.
And
Don't worry.
if-
Like, we can
if
bring
listen,
them back sometime.
someone
it's
finds
just
you-
borrowing.
Stealing something, they will chase after us, and we already have people chasing after
No,
us.
because if they don't know,
She is
it's
her own
bad,
person.
good.
Let her steal the horses. I whisper. Let her just steal. the horses.
Rogadar, with his mouth full
No,
of cheese, he just says, "Zaya, that's not a good idea. You're putting us all at risk." And he kind of just, as he's eating all this cheese, kind of lets a little fart because it just goes right through him.
I don't particularly want the entire Waterdhavian cavalry to be chasing us
On
on
our
the road to
back.
Red Larch.
Okay, but we don't have to take those specific horses. I mean, I'm sure other people sitting right around us have horses. We can just take those.
The
Those
old
are
Anakel would agree
innocent
with you,
townspeople.
but I have to be on my best behavior. I don't know when this end time's coming for me, and I have to make sure my good deeds outweigh my bad.
Yeah, I am not
Oh.
stealing or using any stolen horses at all. So
Well, you guys are a bunch of losers. And is there like so is there any games going on or anything going on in?
Yeah, you see the normal tavern type games going on. People playing cards, the usual.
Is there any
Hey.
bards around?
No, not at this particular night. No. You I mean, we can fast track Fail if you guys want to. If you have no.
Well, I mean, I think we want to do the
As
morning.
long as
activities.
we fast track that we won all the games
Okay, yeah,
and some prizes.
perfect. Sounds good. Let me roll my d20.
Did I win a horse?
Then we're on our way.
Perfect. All right. So we're gonna fast track. You guys, went out for the nights, came back, just wandered the town, argued about stealing horses, played a bunch of games around the tavern, tried to make some money. Maybe make some money to buy some horses, and then you retire for the night. Unfortunately, you guys did poorly in your games, and you lost. Whoever partook in some games, you all lost 10 gold.
No!
Well, there goes our even more
I
of our
guess-
money for horses. Why don't we get like 2 horses and a carriage, and then we can all
I
ride in the
break
carriage?
even. At least
Draft horses.
Wolverine, at least I break even because I took some money from Eloise's house. So really, I'm not in the red as of yet. But,
Fire!
but hey,
Are you
Accountability.
I know. You can tell me all these things. I am your accountability buddy. You
No,
can
I
tell.
already have Rogadar.
You
Listen,
can be accountable to me.
it's okay because Rogadar already got everything covered.
This is a
Don't you
judge.
worry.
This is a judge-free zone. The past is in the past, and we're moving
Listen,
forward
listen.
to a bright future of
If
no
you-
stealing and no burning down buildings to get horses.
We'll see, but
And no
listen.
stabbing children in the heart.
If you feel like you can open up your spirit towards me a little bit, you can have one full ale filled from my crap. I have 0 vocabulary right now.
Tankard.
But anyways, you can drink a full
Golden gulp.
Michael, help me. Yeah, a full golden gulp every single day until we reach the Eye of the All-Father.
And what is this opening of my spirit?
I mean, like, if you are more inclined to do more adventurous stuff with me, then you get free ale every day.
Are you saying this in front of all of us?
No,
Yeah,
we're partying.
wow.
We're there.
We're the only one who lost money.
Oh yeah, I guess they're.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't have come with you, so sure.
I'm outside meditating.
Okay.
I'm writing in my journal in the inn.
All right.
Wolverine is thinking, listen, take your time. And I take my golden thing. What is the name? Golden
Goldenstein.
Golden sign out, and I like shake it, and I
Sausage
open it, and I
slice, right?
smell it. Mmm, fresh ale.
Okay, give it to me.
Yes! And I give it to you.
Rogadar is just kind of looking around for you guys, and he kind of lost you in the crowds. He just says to himself, "Well, if we don't steal horses, I wonder if we can pay some traders heading north. Hitch a ride with them. I should propose that to the group."
Was it
Walks
good?
around, looks around for you guys.
You know, the days we do really good, Wolverine,
Rogadar's so smart.
maybe we can
Tastes
have a
like-
second one.
Tastes like morals.
And, okay, give it back now.
Oh man, the chat's play Rogadar. Oh, that's amazing.
I know. I'm just following the chat from Rogadar's. All right, so you guys gonna go to bed for the night, or are you guys actually gonna pursue any of these craziness?
Can I try to locate a contact in this town?
Sure. It doesn't take you
Okay,
long.
okay.
It's a little tougher.
First
though,
of
so-
all,
yeah.
can we say that Rogadar found me since I stayed in the tavern the whole
Yeah.
time and
Rogadar comes
proposed
back.
that?
Hey, Lucius, let's not steal horses. Oh, I didn't say that. I swear. Hey, do you think we can find some traders heading north?
It's like that's a reasonable suggestion.
I had a twitch in my brain, and I thought of it.
I twitched your brain.
Twitch your brain.
Perhaps let me see if I can procure something from my contacts, or at least if they could point me to a group that would be heading in that direction.
More fish and potatoes, please. Do your thing.
All right.
And he heads off.
I notice Babs heading to the back room, and I
Oh my.
just slip
Oh my.
back there.
Thank you.
You slip on back, and Babs is just, she's wiping her hands on her.
Oh no,
She sees-
I don't need this to be explained. This is just what everyone else sees.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my my criminal contact feature.
And just before you head out, you hear like a plate crash in the back. Shatter on the ground.
Oh.
Okay, so you head out. You use
Oh
your.
no,
I stand up
Wolverine.
It's gonna be a little more tougher this time, Lucius, as this is a heavy Lord's Alliance location.
I mean, the feature itself doesn't actually have to be a Zentarum one.
Zentarum,
I've just kind of
yeah.
been playing that for flavor. but I
Right.
should be able
Okay, so you
to
find
a
a shady
contact
person.
somewhere. Yes, of some
Yeah.
kind.
So you're looking for some kind of transportation and whatnot. You find a stable nearby that's loaded with carts. There does seem to be some carts being unloaded and offloaded. It's clear that there's some travel between towns from this location. You find a particular shady man. He's got a large kind of scar right from one temple all up to his lower jaw. He's just picking up sacks, just tossing them on this cart. He's like this big burly man, topless.
Say, I hear that your caravan is traveling to Red Larch, to the north.
Yeah, who said?
I mentioned the person who told me, because I don't care about their well-being.
Yeah.
The bastard has it out for me. But I owe him one, so what do you want?
My companions and I are heading up to Red Larch, and we are looking for transportation. We are willing to
Is
pay.
that so? Oh, is that so? How much?
Oh, what is the going rate?
I don't take travelers with me. 2 gold per person.
That's so much cheaper. Oh,
That sounds reasonable to me. We have,
I leave tomorrow at early the better. I need to get to Red Larch.
oh, trust me, we are on the same page on that one. And, you giving me a deadline actually works in my favor. Tomorrow,
Very good.
at sunrise, we will be here.
Sunrise, be here. I leave without you.
Thank
And
you very
continues to
much.
load his
And
crap.
I turn and head back to the tavern.
All
And
right.
as people come back, I will inform them that arrangements have been made.
Wolverine, you see, is there anything you want to say to her?
oh, am I still close to? I'm still close to Wolverine. I'm gonna assume.
Wolverine has slipped into the back kitchen where Arliosa is kind of preparing some more dishes.
Oh,
She's
okay.
kind of ordering
So
a few.
I will. I saw that, so I want to have Ran behind him, and so I get to him and I will, like, touch his shoulder before he starts talking to him.
You can't
Okay,
quite reach
Okay, not his
shoulder.
shoulder.
Yeah,
I mean his
reach him.
his calf, whatever.
Alright,
You
His
touch his
hip.
kneecap.
I just like push your face.
No, and I dab him a lot.
What?
Okay. Listen,
Dab him?
you're so
Don't.
strong and so fierce that no woman can ever deny you. I believe so much in you. You've done some great stuff today. Basically, inspire him.
Are you good? Oh my god. You can perform well, Wolverine. You will satisfy all her needs.
And I will stealth spy on him.
Wow.
Oh, no,
Make a stealth, make a stealth check. So you head in,
You're
and she sees you.
keeping
She's like,
calm.
she says, "Oh, how you doing?"
Milady.
As your
Uh.
neck beard just starts to frizzle.
I'm sorry.
What can I do for you?
In our introductions,
Yes.
when I called you Babs, that was rude, and I
Oh, I
I
don't
seem
mind.
to have forgotten your real name,
Arliosa Starhenge,
Starhenge.
at your service. And welcome to the Staghorn Flagon,
Thank you.
my establishment.
Me and my friends are enjoying it very much.
Very good.
Just wondering how you know Milos.
Miros?
Miros. I just called him Yeti.
Oh, you know the Yeti. You know him?
Oh,
Met him. Have you been to Golden Fields? How is he?
I battled him in
What's he
the
fought by?
epic arm wrestle of the century.
Did you win?
I,
No one
I
beats
won.
the Yeti. No,
won.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And she kind of like feels your pecs. I believe it. She says,
Why would you feel his pets?
if you're friends with the Yeti, you must know that him and I used to travel together in a carnival. We used to perform in a carnival. Did he not mention that to you?
He mentioned that he was in a carnival. For his appearance was quite different than average.
Yes.
Why would you be in the carnival, though? Striking woman of your
Well,
caliber.
I too also looked quite different. Surprisingly.
No.
Yes, I did. She kind of pulls you in close. She says, "I don't tell anyone that I'll share it with you. I am somewhat of a wild magic user. I can change my appearance. No one knows in the town. Don't keep that to yourself. It's a secret between you and I."
But this intrigues me now. What do you...
I don't use it for anything anymore. This is for. It was my performance. That's behind me. I prefer this in.
Is this what you actually look like, or are you...
No, this is my actual appearance. Do you like it?
Why would you ever need to change?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I changed to be frightful and not beautiful. I mean, just frightful and different to entertain guests. Back in our traveling days. And she kind of begins to recount stories with you and how she was with Miros, and you recall that Miros had asked you as part of his quest in Golden Fields to just deliver some news to her that he's doing well, and that his inn in Golden Fields, the North Furrows Inn, is doing excellent because they both had branched off and to partake in tavern and inn industries, and that's basically kind of conveyed this information to her, and she's more than pleased to hear because she hasn't heard from her old friend in a long time. She recounts to you that back in the day, using her wild magic powers to alter herself, she would entertain a lot of adventurers like you. And she says, in one particular adventurer, he gave me this ring. I don't know why I keep it. But you're a friend of Miros. You seem to be an adventurer. Perhaps you would take it.
That's a very awesome looking ring.
It's not. And you look at it, and it's just literally, it's a ring made of wood. It's so plain.
It is your beauty that just makes everything in your vicinity look spectacular.
You had me at hello. She says, "Listen, take it. You seem to be more in use of it, and you're kind of seducing me, so take the ring." And she kind of hands you the ring. It's small in your hands, and you kind of get a better look at it, and on it are carved images of dancing nymphs. She says, when I was using my powers and in the carnival, I would do what you're doing, seduce my guests with my great beauty. And a particular adventurer gave me this ring. If I said his name and used it, he would help me no matter what.
Whoa, all these gifts we're getting.
Like
Present!
out of midair he appears.
He didn't specify. I assume it seemed some kind of like some gag joke or something. He was drunk, but he said if you whispered his name into the ring, one time, he would help.
So
No
one
matter
time.
what. From what I gathered, I didn't really use it.
And,
Had need to for his help. He was a small little halfling, not my.
and what's his name? And I cover the ring so that it can't hear.
His name was Keltar Dardragon.
Write that down.
Please repeat that and type it out for me.
She kind of waves her finger in the air and says, Keltar Dardragon. He was a jolly little halfling. Drunk. I don't think he meant to give it to me. I don't even know if it works. He just said if I whispered his name into the ring, he would come help me. But honestly, it seemed like he was just trying to seduce wealth. But I kept it anyways. It just reminded me of the old times. But you're a friend of mine and a friend of Miros. And you seem to be on a grand adventure. So please take it.
I very much appreciate this. And I say her name. Because I forget her name in real life.
And she says,
Because you didn't write it down.
Alrosa? Ariosa?
Arliosa.
Arliosa.
Arliosa. And she says,
Can we call her Arlie instead?
Sure. Arlie it is.
No, she's Babs.
Babs.
What's her last name?
Starhenge.
Darhenge. aka Babs. Okay. Well, since this is getting late, I have something I would like to show you.
Oh, she kind of blushes and says, "Oh, really?"
It's something that I've been cooking up, and I would like your opinion. And I open my loincloth.
You hear like from outside. You see like another plane crash on the ground.
This beef jerky is an amazing recipe, and I would like it to be featured in your inn. Traveling-
What is
yes.
the recipe?
What's the recipe? What is this?
And
What makes
I
this-
whisper the secret in her ear, the secret of the recipe.
Salt.
Taste it
Listen.
for yourself.
The
It's
salt of his
delicious.
loins.
Her eyes widen, confused, and she takes a bite. And indeed, it is the saltiest but tenderest beef jerky she
Isn't
has
it
ever tasted.
good? Doesn't it just make you like,
Yes,
yeah,
but how do we make more?
this is what I will tell you. I have the recipe, and I'll write it down, and I do, and I give it to her, and it works. It does. It works.
So we need to walk around.
There is a way to replicate it.
So we walk around 4 miles in this.
Oh, you don't have to go through it. This is shh. There's people listening.
No, okay.
It's a secret.
Stuff in our loins. Walk around the hot sun.
It is called the Wolverbane Special.
So basically, we sweat all over them.
Shh. You
Yes,
don't
yes,
know
yes.
who's listening.
She wraps it
Uh,
up
Oh.
and sticks it in her,
Tenderize it.
her bosom, kind of, because she's got no pockets. She's like, I'll try it out.
Just for you. This is. I'm not one to spread my
Your jerky?
spread my wares all over the place. I'm not that kind of man, you know. This is only for you.
She thanks you, gives you a peck on the cheek, and says, and slaps you on the ass and says, "Well, I'll give it a try and let you know how it goes."
Ew.
And I walk back to the group, kind of like red and bashful and smiling, and I sit down.
I come in at this point from meditating,
Okay.
and I know it's very
At
low
which point, everyone's kind of gathered around in the entrance, or inside in the inn, as everyone kind of gathered, and Wolverine's red in the face. Lucius comes in as well.
I
What a
immediately just sit down where everybody else is. I say, I've procured us transportation for the morning, but we must be
Please
up
don't
by
tell me
sunrise.
it's 300 gold
It is
each.
2 gold per person,
Oh,
which I
phew.
thought was a fairly reasonable rate.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
The
it's-
caravan leaves at sunrise tomorrow, so do
But you
make
did
sure
get a
that you're
discount
ready.
because I'm half tall, right? I'm half a person, right?
You're a person.
Sure.
Sure. Good. Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to do before you head up to bed and wake up in the morning? All right.
Do I have to
sleep.
attune to that ring?
No, you do not. It seems to be just. It seems pretty dull. Something fancy. Okay, so you guys go to bed.
Oh man, I can see it.
Say it.
no.
No.
You go to
Yeah.
bed. You guys are headed to
Yeah.
bed in your separate rooms, and there's a knock on Wolverine's door.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
How much was the
Open.
cost of the inn, by the way?
We'll say
Oh, nice.
1 gold each.
1 gold each. Now
Oh my
I'm-
god.
Except
Fine.
for me.
Everyone 1 gold each. Just easy. An
Okay.
easy number.
Sure.
All right.
I open the door.
All right. And it's Arliosa just staring at you, just kind of winking at you.
It's Arlie.
Arliosa.
Am I in the room beside?
And whatever
Morgan?
happens, you guys, so you guys are in separate rooms,
Okay, I
Guys,
want to
go
be in
get
a
the-
room far away from
and
this.
perfect.
Okay.
We don't know what happens in this room. It's a mystery, as is this recipe.
We know what happens to the jerky recipe. It's the salt of his loins. That's all we need to know.
You
Salt
don't
of
know.
the
any-
earth.
All right.
This is a secret recipe.
So,
Don't want to.
you all wake
Cards
up.
in his hands.
You wake up. You set your body clocks to wake up in the morning, nice and bright and early. Wolverine, Luna and Lucius are already awake.
and you guys make your way downstairs.
What time's our transport leaving, Lucius?
They said that
Transport?
we would meet at sunrise. You were there last night when I told everybody.
Sunrise. Let's go, peeps.
I was a little distracted. I'm sorry.
Did any of us recognize or notice that Warbane was not alone last night?
I don't know. Was he alone?
Did
last
I have to roll a stealth check or something?
night? Sure. But were you? I don't know. Were you alone last night or not?
No, I wasn't alone.
Were you trying to be stealthy?
No. I mean,
Let's
it's
be
very
honest,
shoves.
no.
No. Okay.
This
So
is always meat in his
so
loins, okay?
we're gonna
He's
say
not
we're gonna
stealthy.
say Anakel was next door, and so was Lucius. Make perception checks, Anakel and Lucius, on either side of his room.
I couldn't sleep last night, man.
It's like exact opposites.
Lucius is
Whoa,
like
Lucius-
Lucius knows he needs to get ready, prepares himself mentally, goes into a deep trance. Anakel,
Good job, Lucius.
it's like there's just
Wise
cracks in
man.
your wall that lead into the next room. There's light coming through. You hear everything. It's almost like your bed's rocking at the same time. It's
Ew.
some of the dust kind of falls from the ceiling as it hits your face, and everything's just wrong.
I
hear
don't bring this up. I don't want to embarrass Wolverine in front of the crew.
You could just come
But
and like.
I do walk beside Wolverine in the morning. I just tap on the shoulders. I'm like, and then I just walk.
I
into
What'd you
didn't
say?
hear what you said.
Good job, buddy. And I walk away.
All right. As you guys head out, Arleola looks at you all raged.
Areola.
She looks at you all red, and she just kind of gives you a little smirk, like a little kiss. See you around here, baby. Come visit me sometime. I'll be here.
See you, Babs. Remember what I showed you. I don't think you'll ever forget what I showed you.
And she kind of like arcs her back, like painfully. She's like, "Oh, don't worry, I won't forget that one." All right, so you guys head out.
The
We,
choicest meat.
The choicest of meats. You guys head out, following Lucius's lead to the stables. You see a particularly gruff man, still topless, just scar across his face. He looks like he's about to leave. Oi! Is that you and your friends? Come on, I don't got all day.
We're ready to leave immediately.
All right, pay up and let's go.
I
2
hand
gold
them
each, you say?
2 gold.
All right. Kind of goes around with his pouch to each one of you.
As I give him my money, I kind of just like bounce effects.
Yeah, and he does the same thing back to you. But he kind of gives you that. It's like a intimidated look, like a look of challenge, and he takes your coins. Does everyone else pay?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so do you have like a special discount for people that they have the space available?
All right, those of you who are paying, come with me. I got time for this.
Thank
And he
you.
hops onto
Was
the-
this was
Thank
2
you.
gold each?
2 gold?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is
Awesome.
Are you paying or not?
Yeah, I'll pay.
All right, give him 2 golds. And you hop onto
You're
his
not a
cart.
very kind man.
This is gonna be a long fucking ride.
Yeah, you can say
And
that
guys-
again.
You guys set off towards Red Lark. The journey is long, it's bumpy. You take a few stops here and there, pass a few travelers on the way. You see throughout the land, some reminiscence of giant activity. You see a dead hill giant off in the distance here and there.
You guys think Charlie's okay?
Wow, I
well,
haven't thought of
surely.
him in a couple days.
I know. I mean, that hill giant over there just reminded me of him. I wonder how he's doing. Whatever. Maybe we'll see him one day.
Hill giant over where?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
DM just said he
Yes.
saw a hill giant.
Yeah, you see there's remnants of like a hill giant dead off in the distance. You can
Oh,
see its
that's
dome.
so sad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's some presence of activity of giant activity that's
Oh,
happened here.
should we go talk to them?
They're dead.
They're dead.
Yeah, it's okay. I can talk with them still.
You get off this cart, you're not getting back on.
But I mean, really slow down.
Then get the fuck off.
Is it worth
He's
it?
like he's gunning for Red Lark, and you get this impression he's not stopping.
Wow. Well,
Straight.
this is a missed opportunity, everyone. Just so you're aware.
Oh,
We
saving
could have
us a-
found out something very interesting about these giants. How
All right.
they have perished.
Aside from that, it's a pretty straightforward ride.
Boring.
You don't even know the name of your driver. He's not one of many words. He doesn't
Jeez,
want you guys
Lucius,
there.
where did you find this guy? He's the most boring person to travel with.
We're not looking for a conversationalist. We were looking for fast transport.
I thought we were looking for cheap transport.
This is cheap as a cat.
Sure. Cheap.
Yes.
That's what my first concern was.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna say for over the next couple of days, or next couple of days, you arrive in Red Lark, bid adieu to your great traveler. Presuming you're not going to spend too much time in Red Lark. It's a fertile land of farms, spread out buildings. There's a large shrine there, but it's almost like a hub that connects various roads: the Karen Road, the Keldeld Path. It seems to be a large settlement of sorts. You spend a night there at the Helm of High Sun, which is a high-pitched roofed tavern. You spend your night there, and again using Lucius's abilities to just seem to procure anything he needs. You again hitch another ride with a more friendlier female gnome who's heading northwards towards Tribor. But as you guys are going around, heading there, she drops you off at Westbridge 2 days from now. Westbridge is a town that borders Cryptgarden Forest. At which point, decisiveness takes hold. So you approach Westbridge, and you see you're on the west side, on the west side of the long road.
So long as we've gone without getting attacked.
You fight off a few bandits here and there, some barbarians encountered before. They're no problem for you guys. You guys just take care of business. But nothing suspicious.
Taking care of business.
The gnome thanks you as she drops you off at Westbridge and heads towards Tribor.
Wait, we're not. Where are we going from here?
No, she's leaving.
She's
Towards
leaving.
Tribor.
But
Taking-
we-
we're in
Sorry,
Westbridge.
she dropped you off Westbridge and heading to Belliard.
Oh, okay,
She's heading down the stone
I see.
trail towards
Yeah.
Belliard.
Oh,
We're
but we
still-
need to go
we're
to
still heading
Belliard
north.
too.
No,
No,
we don't.
we're going
we
north.
Need to go into the Cryptgarden Forest.
Wow.
The All Father
Uh, what kind of
I know, but I mean, we have that land there too, you know?
It will be there when we save the world.
And we'll
won't
be dead.
what kind of town is Westbridge?
It's you're heading more north, so it's getting more chilly, but it's very standard. Not really farmland here. There seems to be a lot of lumber going about from the surrounding forest. It's a small, quaint village. Sorry, just grab something here. Where's my notes? Yeah, it's a quaint village. She drops you off on the west side of the long road, in front of another inn, as you guys are pretty much couch surfing at this point. And there's kind of just the words along the top that says Harvest Inn. Out front of the inn are just an array of strange-looking statues and ornaments of oddly posed humanoids that are naked, and statues of animals just kind of strewn about the entrance and along the pathway.
Some Narnia shit.
It looks
like that.
very, very eccentric.
And
Sounds fun.
about what time do we arrive?
You guys had taken a little rest on the road overnight. You arrived nice early morning. Let's say about 10 p.m. just before afternoon. Brunch time.
How large a town is it?
It's about the same size as Amphale. A lot of kind of buildings and estates off to the side, with a more grouping of conglomerate of houses in the center of this town square. It's fairly large.
should we just ask somebody straight up about if they know anything about the dragon, Old Gnawbone?
At the very least, we could see if anybody has any knowledge of the Crypt Garden Forest. So yes,
True.
let's ask around.
Or if anyone actually goes there regularly, encountered the dragon, perhaps.
Yes, I'm curious if we can find some hunters or some
Hunters?
even a guide
I don't
that
know.
might.
Yeah, like a rogue maybe, a ranger.
Yeah, hunters.
Can we
Hunters,
ask-
people who hunt in the forest.
Yeah, but that means they're dangerous. They're gonna...
What, you think that all hunters are dangerous?
No, but I mean, like, they might not be friends with the dragon then.
Well, I'm not looking for dragon hunters. I'm just looking for,
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
hope there's no
okay.
dragon hunters here. I'm a dragon boy. The last thing I need to be shot.
Can we ask?
Oh, do you smell that? And Rognar leaps through the door of the inn, leaving you guys behind.
I follow him.
He's
Yeah,
a little
fine.
feisty lately. Do dragons go
Yeah,
He
through?
was
he's-
a dragon
He
some
follows
tea
his,
this morning.
he follows his.
So I follow him in.
All right.
Alright, I mean, the tavern is as good a place as any to ask for information, so I'll enter as
The
well.
tavern keep was always the most knowledgeable.
As the Guide of Adventuring states in Article 32, page 6, the tavern is always the best place to get information. As you enter, this tavern is not one that you've seen before. It's very unique. Much like the outside and the inside, there are statues everywhere, sculptures placed on every table, on every counter space imaginable, on the banisters, just statues of strange objects. You see, besides the abstract objects and designs, you see a statue with a goblin riding a pig. You see a statue with a gnome wrestling a giant snake, and this gnome is naked. You see a dragon that's chewing his own tail. In addition to all these statues, the walls, every single wall space possible in this inn is just covered in paintings, large and small. You see there are just scenic paintings just covering a wide range of biomes, famous locations. You see Neverwinter and the
Do we see a bridge
Anorak
with
District.
us? Do we see a bridge at Waterdeep with
Sure,
the
make
lady
a,
that's painting?
yeah, make a perception check. There's paintings of just famous rulers of various races and monsters. You see scenes of epic battles and political events and other historical moments in favor.
It appears they have a penchant for art here.
As you come through, there's like a bell on the door that kind of rings. And out comes a little halfling. He's dressed in these like bright purple clothes, robes. Comes talking and says, "Oh, hello! Welcome to my inn! Welcome to my inn! Are you visiting? I suppose you are, that's why you're here, obviously. Or you've come to see look at my procured collection of strange ornaments and painting."
Actually, we are just
Oh,
stopping in
jeez.
for a brief inquiry
Okay.
regarding the Crypt Garden Forest.
Okay, yes, I can help you with that. What would you
Tell
like to
me,
know?
We're curious if anybody in town has any experience in navigating the forest. Perhaps some hunters who procure food for your fine establishment?
Kind of walks up to one of the statues. A statue that's holding a statue, dusting it off, kind of getting rid of the dust. And he says, well, to be honest, you're obviously not from around here.
Oh,
we
you
don't
just
go.
cut so hard.
cut out
You
all
cut
that.
out everything.
The dust gets in his throat. He starts coughing. Sorry. I'm sorry, but we don't go into the Crypt Garden Forest. It is, how do you say, sort of off limits. Not officially, but we respect the forest.
Oh, is
Are
there
you-
some reason for that? Some history behind that decision?
Well, aside from the old dwarven ruins that scatter throughout, and the large, forgotten underground city of South Crypt, there may be a reason. I don't know how much you know. Talk about.
There is a large underground city, you said.
South Crypt. No one really knows about it. I mean, they do. We don't. No one really
Nobody
knows.
knows about it.
Sorry,
except
sorry.
me.
I'm lost for today. Dashing, but South Crypt is an old dwarven city. No one's seen it for many years. No one goes into the forest. We respect the forest, and the forest respects us.
So why don't you ever go to the forest anymore?
Oh, I don't know. We don't really talk about it.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Sure.
I think he wants money.
Get this feeling like he doesn't like talking about the Crypt Garden Forest. He's trying to just dodge the question. There's something there in the Crypt Garden Forest that they don't want people to know about.
Okay.
Obviously.
So is it because of that creature that lives in there?
You know about the creature?
You have heard of the creature?
What have you heard?
That it lives in the Crypt Garden Forest, but what do you know about it?
Oh, nothing. He kind of saunters off. Yeah, you're not planning to go into the forest. Oh. Easy.
Well,
Okay, I'm.
can you try to convince us not to go? Why wouldn't we want to go?
Oh, it's just dangerous. You don't want to go in there.
Lucius is getting impatient. So
Did a lot of people die in there?
He walks right up to. Is it a guy or a girl?
It's a female. I'm
'Cause
sorry, it's a male.
I've heard people in
It's
our
male.
party say both. Okay. I walk right up to him, just standing over
Right.
him, looking down. And I say, yes, we are going into the Crypt Garden Forest, and we
Okay.
would like whatever
I
information.
mean, we haven't decided yet.
And we would like whatever information you have available right now.
All right, make an intimidation check.
I stand behind him really big and scary.
All right.
You
Okay.
see?
So advantage that.
Sure, you're helping him. You're helping him. You're aiding
Oh
him.
man, +6 to intimidation, and I get an 11.
You're getting soft. You're going soft.
You're like standing in front of this halfling. This halfling looks up at you, Lucius, and then looks up at Wolverbane above him.
Should I roll a separate one or no?
No, it's just
No,
you're
it'd
aiding
be
him.
advantage.
You guys kind of standing off to the side against the wall. There's a bunch of paintings above you, Wolverbane, and you're standing there like just beefed up. And he kind of looks at you and then looks past you at the painting that's right behind you. He says, "Oh, my, you look familiar. Looks just like him."
I look behind me.
I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder and say like, "Don't worry about those guys," and I'm gonna just like walk away with him and be like, and I'll say like, "Listen, like I'm really interested in like telling stories and learning more about creatures. So basically, like sometimes people want to hear scary stories. So I just need to hear it so I can retell it when I go to other places later. So basically what I'm saying is that I won't tell anyone you told me, but it would add to my list of tales."
As you guys
Oh,
look
those
at
are
the
the paintings.
as Daya walks off, rambling into this halfling. As you're both halflings, kind of a halfling rapport. Wolverine, you look at the picture and you see a large painting on the wall, kind of like this, almost like a focal point. It's a very beautiful painting. About a big canvas-sized painting, and it's just a picture of a bridge. And there stands a large beefy man posing his pecs. No, sorry. Wait a minute. We gotta retract this. You were never in
No,
that
it
picture.
was-
She
no,
looks
it
at
was-
Lucius and says, "Lucius, you look just like him."
Oh,
No,
brother.
you. And you look at the painting and you see a blindfolded human standing in a martial arts pose. You see an elf with a wolf staring off into the distance off a bridge.
That's
You
amazing.
see a cloaked figure sauntering off in the distance, just half in the picture, just standing by himself. And in the background, you see almost like a geyser shooting up out of the water, and a rainbow head figure is flailing in the air. And at the bottom, you just see written kind of signs, Valine Sunshadow. He kind of looks at you, says, "You look like that scary spirit in the picture." And before Zaya pulls him off to the side.
So do I
Forgot
get
Wolverine
to do
wasn't
a
there.
persuasion check or something?
Sure, make a persuasion check.
Do I recognize the?
Yeah, at
painting?
which point you follow the gaze and you recognize this being the painting that you.
How did you come to acquire this painting?
Oh,
My good sir.
As Zaya pulls him off, he's like,
Oh, sorry. I forgot he's so. No, I'll do that.
yeah, you persuade him. He's just okay. So you ask him all these things. He's like, listen, just halfling to halfling. Let me tell you, there is a spooky dragon that lives in the forest. We rarely see her. The only time we see her is when she's driving off other dragons from her home. The Crypt Garden is her home, you see. She's lived there for many years. But she respects us and hasn't bothered us. So it's an unwritten rule here in Westbridge that we don't dare disturb the forest. It's sort of a mutual agreement between us and Dragon.
Do you like bring her anything?
Oh, no. We don't enter the forest. We don't dare play with the demons. No, we don't want to disturb the delicate balance that we have with the dragon. So we don't encourage you to go. I mean, we can't really stop you. But please don't do anything rash.
When was the last time anyone went to see her?
No, never. Why would we ever go see a dragon? That's ludicrous.
But did anything bad happen with her, or are you just protecting yourself?
We're protecting ourselves. She doesn't come to our. She doesn't, or it rather doesn't come to see us. And we don't go to see it, but we know it's there. We've seen it. Of course. I prefer to look at dragons from the comfort of my own home.
But why is everyone here so scared of her?
Dear, I know the road is long and you may be a little daft, but like I said, it's a. How do I put this lightly? It's a fucking dragon.
Exactly. Those are my sentiments. Listen to the gnome.
It's just common sense. We don't want to go see a dragon because if we see the dragon and whoa, if we just pissed her off in any sense, she can destroy our town. Have you seen how big she is? She's
Here.
I know, and you know what? I really don't want to go see her, but these guys really want to go.
You know what? I don't even want to know that you're gonna go. If you want to stay here, fine. But I really don't want to go.
And so, who's like the biggest adventurer in this town?
We don't really have any, to be honest. Trust me, no one from this town is going to the forest. It's we value our house, our home, and our families, and we just hope that you respect us as well.
This is a smart man.
I know. I really like this guy. So hey, okay, so yeah, listen, if you ever need some entertainment in this beautiful inn of yours, if you want me to do any sort of performance and, you know, just I don't know.
Oh no. I don't just like music here. I believe my paintings speak for themselves. They create the music of the eyes, you see. And he just bashes his eyelashes at you.
I understand that feeling.
Yes.
So hey, okay. So I might come back later if I have any questions, you know, but yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend going around town asking about Crypt Garden.
Yeah, clearly.
In the sense that you're going to go into it. If I were you, I would just go into it, but you're going to die. I mean, it's a fucking dragon.
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
May I ask you about this painting on the wall?
At which point he kind of leaves his eye and says, "Oh yes, I have. I purchased that not too long ago from the famous Valine Sunshine."
Sorry, say her name again?
It was Valine. I'll just copy it over. Stand by.
Do you know how you get in contact with her?
Oh, she passes from time to time. She knows that I'm a procurer of the fine arts. She I had requested a particular painting, a beautiful painting of Waterdeep, just of the city's landscape. So she's off painting that for me, and she's going to deliver it, and I'll pay her. Unless, of course, she ran into some trouble along the roads and has to have a little setback.
Well, I would like to find her one day. If you,
Sure.
well, I guess there's no way.
Well, how can she get in contact with you?
I forget. I'm in the realm of no cell phones, so it's all good.
Oh.
Just want to know her name. Thank you so much.
Valine Sunshadow. She's a well-known painter in Faerun. If you were as cultured as I was, you would know that.
Well, we all start from somewhere. I'm trying
Absolutely.
to be cultured.
All right. At which point, can kind of get the sense that people don't like. Yeah, again, they don't want to mess with Crypt Garden. There's this mutual agreement between the forest, nature, and their town. They literally border Crypt Garden, but they seem to be in. They don't seem to be in dire straits.
So listen, if we go in there, let's just make sure we don't mention this place. We won't put these people in danger. We'll go in there on our own accord.
I mean, this guy was pretty clear that this dragon doesn't want to have visit.
Well, they don't know. The thing is, they don't know anything about the dragon. They just know a dragon is there. So out of fear, they stay away.
Stay away out of fear, and in the hopes that they will not be attacked so long as they.
But it's pretty reasonable, you know. Like I mean,
based on history and experience, I think that tends to be the entire world's thought process of dragons, and we're the ones that are kind of
Yes, well, you're the
going
hero.
against the
You're the
flow.
hero of Phandalin, are you not?
And I faced a dragon, and I'm saying we're not. We should stay away from this dragon.
Rogadar says, "Wow, Wolverbane, that's the most insightful, intelligible thing you've ever said."
It happens every once in a while.
You
But I
must have
folks,
them last night.
visiting this dragon. I'd like to visit my own dragon kind from time to time. What's the worst that can happen? Go answer that question.
We
Don't answer it. Don't
get
answer it.
we
Just don't answer it.
we get
It was
eaten.
rhetorical. Don't answer it.
We get
No, you don't need to answer it. You
burned.
don't have to answer it. No. It's
We
okay.
get all our magic items
Well,
stolen.
anyways, off to the
get
Crypt Garden Forest.
captured.
I
we
just
get
leave. I'm getting so tired
crushed.
of all this.
Yeah.
We get
Alright.
I've
But
been
you know,
traveling for
Wolverine,
days.
you know,
Yeah.
broken
think-
in half.
I
we
think
get
It's a shock that you haven't
lied
killed
to.
Wolverine, let's go.
We
Come on,
get-
Wolverine.
Yeah,
You're my
stop.
battle
You-
brother. Let's
Hit
go.
your mute button. Let's go.
Wolverine, I think
Mushed.
you and I, being on the same like thought
We get-
process right now, you deserve your ale right now. And I pull out the stein. Ding!
I
Alright.
follow Lucius. out.
Swallowed.
Yeah, me too.
We get
I'm long gone.
petrified. We
I
get
want to head to the edge of the forest and start
Wolverine, grab the stein while it's
I
still
want to see if
available.
there's any
Everyone
kind
is
of, like,
melted.
path that goes into
Yeah.
the forest.
Sure.
Delicious.
Well, it was these guys are still in the inn. The rest of
No,
you.
no, I'm with Lucius.
The rest of you trail off with Lucius. Doesn't take too long. Takes you good solid 20 minutes maybe to just
Frozen. We
Yeah,
get
Okay, now grab the ale while you can.
at the edge of the Crypt Garden forest. As you approach the forest, it's clear that this forest is really, really dense.
So we're
You,
safe from
you can
flying
see
dragons.
through, but the trees are so packed tight together, and the underbrush and the thickets are quite dense. It would take a lot of effort to navigate, but there isn't any clear path that enters this forest at all. From what you
Yo,
But like,
we
it's
should-
not
we
so
should-
thick that we would need like a
No, no,
machete.
you can-
like you can go
no,
in.
you can get in. You find like a particular spot that you can enter through, but it's so dense you can't really see too far into the forest.
So Wolverine,
it's
you
not
want to
that split
take
up,
some
guys.
sculpture classes here while we're in town? You know, while these guys are doing their things.
All right, so who is going?
get impaled.
I'm not even. I turn to the rest of the party as I come out of the inn.
Like
And I
half
say-
of the party.
Whoever, well, you guys staying in the inn, you never even came out.
Yeah, we're still discussing the death process.
Okay.
All right.
Well, did anybody come out?
Yeah,
Anakel?
Rogadar-
So everyone
Me.
except Wolverbane and Zaya had come with you.
Okay. I turn and I say, then you're all with me.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
we have
I was following as I'm
okay.
still listing
well,
off.
we have a hero
Are you?
journey goal, and if it's gonna risk, this is a risk we have to take. It's a risk we have to take.
Absolutely. Says Rogadar.
I say,
Chewed.
perhaps
Wolverine, are you coming or are you staying?
this
Battle
dragon.
brother to battle
Sculpture
brother. Are you doing this or
classes.
not?
And find like fighting clubs.
took
in
down that
town and
green
stuff,
dragon.
You know?
This dragon scries very.
You are a brave
Ding,
man.
ding, ding.
This dragon.
As your battle bro, I have to say, don't do it, man. But as your accountability buddy, I have to say, you're a brave man. Do this.
Listen, you had to fight that green dragon back in the day as someone else's mistake of stealing something, if I recall your story. But we have to do this to save the world. This is a much more important thing, and I think
Or
I
we
think
can
you
find a
gotta be
fight club.
The detail about the story though is that a friend of mine died. Reminds me a lot of you, and I don't want to lose another buddy.
The fact of the matter is, someone in this party is not going to survive to the end. It's just how it's going to be.
Statistically speaking.
See, we have a long journey ahead of us. I point north to the mountains, and who knows where that's going to take us.
At the very least, we should take a cleric with us.
Who's the?
The innkeeper made it very clear that there is nobody in this town who is going to be willing to join us on this journey.
Because this is a mistake.
At which point you just hear this cry.
Are you guys convincing me? I'm not leaving you guys to fight this by yourself. So like,
Then good, you're with us then. That's all we need to know.
At which point you just hear this kind of yelp, this cry. Ugh! Son of a dragon's tail, son of a... And you see this kind of Rognar's kind of gone off to the side. He's like peeing against a tree. And just, as he's trying to like listen to you guys, it splashes up and hits his face. 'Cause he hits the bark at a weird angle, just trajectories back to his face. What are we going
I like
on?
the Switch playing Rogadar.
Lucius, you should predict
He says, I twitched and I moved my hat too fast and it went everywhere.
These twitches are becoming a problem.
Yeah, they absolutely are. So,
Yeah,
what's the
we're heading in.
consensus?
We're going
Alright,
in.
so is
And
everyone
Zaya,
going
you're
into-
welcome to join us as always. But if you don't want to come, you may stay here. It's
Who
up
are you
to
talking to?
Zaya. Oh, did you not
Fine.
come out?
I don't know. I'm if Wolverine's staying back, I'm staying back. But if he's going, I'm not gonna stay back.
I'm going.
So everyone's going. Okay, sounds good.
It's almost like we didn't have to do.
So we might as well not roleplay then at that point, right?
Well, I mean,
I
you're
just
free to
said
stay.
I can't, in good conscience, let these guys all go to die by themselves without me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, skipping me.
I say to the party, all right, what we know about this dragon is that she collects crystal balls, which she likes to scry through. I think it's a pretty safe assumption that she watches over what happens in the forest.
He probably already knows we're in here.
Well, it's possible that we can simply ask for an audience. She might be willing to
That's good.
speak with us.
Give it a shot.
So this is a red chromatic dragon, right?
This is a
Green.
an
Green.
ancient green
This is a
dragon.
green one. Green ones,
Stop,
okay.
Don't panic. Don't panic. I hold him by the shoulders. Breathe in.
Rognar holds you as well.
I think I don't like.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
You have a bag.
Yeah. I turn to Lucius. I'm like, Lucius, see if you can contact her. I call her to her or something, and then I start rubbing his back.
So I go a little ways into the forest.
Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna inspire you as you walk off.
And don't go too far because it's really dense. We don't want to lose sight of each other.
Just hold each other's hands.
I'm gonna play you a like scary little song as you walk away.
Oh yes, that's really inspiring.
It's not helping Wolverine's panic.
Okay.
It starts very nicely and then it goes very cringy and then it goes back.
Here's the play. They're like,
All right.
I
So-
step a ways into the forest, feeling inspired by the horror music.
The horror music.
Well, I mean,
And,
Lucius would, anyways.
And I kind of shout out into the open air. I cannot pronounce this name, but I have it here.
You have
Cloud-
to do it.
Claugiliamatar.
Not bad.
We know that you are a wise dragon and one who collects much knowledge. We would have words with you if you will have an audience with us. We mean you no harm. I just kind of say that to the open air and like look around.
It echoes through the canopy of this forest, bouncing in all directions. Your companions are behind you, not too far, as to not lose sight of you, holding Wolverbane.
I have my head between my knees and I'm like, I feel sick.
All right,
Put
make a
her back, put her back.
constitution-
Green
make a constitution
dragon,
roll.
green dragon. They lie. They all lie.
Make a Constitution saving throw. Lucius, you shout your audience requested Claugiliamatar.
Can I do a I can see Lucius in distance, right?
Yeah, you guys.
I want to
Make
do a
sure to not-
perception check to see if there's any like changes in the area
Sure.
around him
Sure, make a perception
while
check.
he shouts.
Okay. Lucius, you
Do I have advantage for some reason? This?
Wow.
Wolverbane, you barely contain your food. It comes up a little bit, and you just puke all over Zaya.
Yes, I do.
What?
Oh, you do have advantage?
Yeah, I do. Wait. I can reroll
Why?
because I'm lucky as a halfling. If I roll a 1, it's attack roll or ability check. I can reroll.
Okay.
It's not really. Is that really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is. It's a thing.
nice.
You just hurl your food, but Zaya
Wait,
just
she
dodges out
also
of the
needs
way.
a dexter- Okay, yeah.
No, she dodges out of the way. It was a natural one. Dodges out of the way just in time. She get not hit by
I'm
his.
pulling his hair back.
force.
He doesn't have hair.
Zaya,
Why
you
did it have to be green?
Be brave, man. Be brave.
Yeah, you look off in the distance, Zaya, watching Lucius carefully in the surrounding area. You notice a slow rolling fog has kind of just built off in the distance. It was a sunny day, not a particularly humid or anything, but there's a fog that seems to be off in the distance, billowing a bit. Lucius,
is it
you
coming
wait.
towards ours?
It seems doesn't seem to be moving towards you, but seems to have developed since you had gotten to this forest.
Okay, so I'll whisper in my, because I want to shout it, but I'll say, "Hey, Lucius, just a little heads up. There's a fog cloud in the distance that's just appearing."
At which point, Lucius, you hear that, and you notice a squirrel kind of just run past your feet and runs up a tree and just stares at you.
Like it seems to like legitimately be staring at me.
And it just kind of skitters past you, climbs a tree, and just it's just hanging on there and right at you. It's like looking at you. You move your head, it kind of moves with you. It's watching you.
I turn to Zaya or I turn to everybody and I say, "Everyone is seeing this, yes?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you want me to talk to it?
I was just
Yeah,
about
Wolverine.
to say
With
I
animals?
am unable to speak with animals, but perhaps one of you
Come on,
could.
buddy, get up. And lift.
Or would you rather me look through its eyes?
Talk to it.
Why?
I
It's
think
gonna look
I
back
think
at.
it has something to say. And I
Okay.
assume it does not understand common, or else it would have piped up by now.
Oh, you're so funny.
So I using one action, I cast it on self. It takes a little while, but
How long does it take?
it takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
The squirrel runs off.
Oh,
Within
no!
a few minutes of watching you, Lucius.
Friend.
Well,
I complete
Well,
the
okay,
ritual.
I mean,
Okay, you complete the ritual though. Yeah.
knowing
there
it
anything-
is. Hold on.
did it leave in a particular direction?
It kind of it ran off into the underbrush. It was lost. It's so dense in here. Are you guys? Yeah.
Okay.
I run after it.
Okay.
No.
So now you're
Wolverine,
running
don't
into
split
the
up. Don't
forest.
split up.
No, we're
Did
not.
you run after
If
Wolverine?
Wolverine dashes, then we will. I'll follow
Okay.
cautiously.
All right,
Don't
Wolverine.
go too fast.
You run off to the distance. Everyone following you close behind. You're fighting parts that are impassable. You have to kind of backtrack and go around. As you scour around, you're looking for a. Make a perception check.
Have Cinder sniff at the squirrel. He's a tracking.
There's the branches in the bush are just smacking you in the face, making you navigate.
You're cutting out.
Everything kind of hits you in the face as you're running around, trying to navigate this dense forest. It's making it hard to find anything.
Luna, can Cinder?
Do you survival or something for
Tracking?
this kind of thing?
Sure, yeah, make a survival to find some
He
tracks.
can track him, but I don't want to let him just go.
Wow.
He could just sniff. We could follow him closely. Hold him by the
Look at those
scruff.
rolls.
Okay, as we
Oh.
walk
Okay,
into the
I have
forest.
a question. Which way did the squirrel go?
Deeper
Did it
into
go
the forest.
towards the fog?
Towards the fog.
Interesting.
Which is deeper into the forest.
Well,
like you guys
I
were
mean,
on the outside.
I want to head deeper into the forest. If that
Okay.
that procured nothing, then let's continue on.
All right.
Can I
and
do,
the
can
whole
I do
while,
a perception check at this point just to see if we're being either looked at, followed?
Sure.
Right on.
Lucius, what were you saying?
I want to look for any signs of these dwarven ruins.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Zaya, you catch a glimpse of a bunny, kind of just under a bush. It's standing there, just watching you. Watching all of you.
She's Snow White.
I'll whisper in the earpiece. Like, is it really close by?
It's kind of off, well, maybe 20 feet away.
Hey, Bane. About 20 behind us, there is a bunny hiding.
There's a bunny. Does it look intently like it wants to talk to us?
It's looking at us as I speak.
Well, maybe make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Shit.
Oh,
that was good.
One.
Could have been really
I
bad.
have a -2 modifier on that.
Okay.
I head back towards Zaya to the bunny.
All right. Bunny skitters off.
I run after the bunny.
So you begin to chase again, and I presume everyone's following.
Yeah.
Well,
Here-
hold on. Did I
I'd
see
like
anything?
to.
Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, you do, Lucius. You do see the remains of kind of bricks and stonework strewn about, but there's no structures. You don't spot any kind of old ruined structures in this particular part of the forest. But there's like you kind
I'd
of
like
you
to-
feel like you're standing on like a pathway. At some point, it's a broken pathway that there remains of a smaller pathway, possibly a causeway or something.
Okay, so I kind of, as just about as Wolverine is about to dash off, I say, "Hold! I think there's a path here from the ruins."
Like a time long gone.
I mean, it
Has it been
probably
used
leads
recently?
probably leads to the like it probably leads towards the ruins. I don't imagine that it has been used recently. No, nobody comes into this forest.
I'd
Or
like
we
could follow
to
it.
perceive.
What?
Like, I'd like to use perception. Me and Cinder to like look around and see if there's more creatures watching us, or like if the trees are actually trees. And
Sure. Yeah, make a perception check. Or wait, did you still run off after
Cinder gets
Wolverine,
advantage.
Lucius says this? Sometimes it's okay to say yes.
I did stop and heed Lucius's
Okay.
words.
Luda, you look around.
The 21 is Cinder because he gets advantage
Oh yeah.
when using his like senses.
he's next to me.
Okay. You look around, and yeah, the forest has gone much more dense as you guys have begin to move forward, making it hard to traverse. You guys do have to do a lot of backtracking, a lot of vines. There's been a lot of kind of vines, and you notice that the fog has somehow, it's beginning to creep up very slowly. It's a couple inches off the grounds. It begins to kind of cover the grounds.
Oh shit!
In this
we're
area.
alive.
Cinder, he kind of growls. You get the sense that he smells like creatures all around him.
Does it feel like it's a magical cloud?
Make an Arcana check.
But I do agree with Lucius. We should follow this causeway deeper into the forest. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Deeper into the forest. Guys, you hear that rattling sound?
All that
That
scrolling.
snake? It's a rattlesnake.
Sorry, one sec. I lost my page here.
But do we all agree with Lucius's plan?
To go further in.
But we'll follow the old pathway.
I'm cautious because Cinder seems to be agitated.
This might just be the small creatures around him, though.
It's hard to say. It's the fog is created by the presence of a strong mythical being dwelling somewhere in this forest.
Haha.
But it's just like it's like
There's
a
nothing dangerous
flash-
about the fog. You're not gonna.
Okay.
It's like as it touches you, it's natural fog, but its presence is almost unnatural.
Okay, so it's created unnaturally, but it's just like
But
a
it's just
nature
fog.
spell type thing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Exactly, that kind of druidcraft kind of stuff. But the fog begins to settle, low under the at your feet, begin to cover the underbrush. What do you guys do?
Again, I think we should follow the path.
I'll keep looking for animals.
All
But
right.
on the path, or are you going to go somewhere else?
I'll follow you guys, but I'll keep my eyes out.
Gotcha.
All right.
I'll keep my ears out.
So until I see something, basically,
Mhm.
being wary of anything like, that might come out and attack us.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue down the path
Okay.
into the forest.
All right. Okay. So you guys move together as a group, careful and being cautious, and keep an eye out for any other creatures. As you follow this kind of path, it ends at some point, but you manage to find where it picks up again, as a lot of the dirt and the rubble and the vines and the roots have turned over a lot of the path and covered it up. But you manage to kind of sneak your way through the forest, and it's clear that you're getting deeper and deeper. And as you do, fog gets heavier and heavier. It takes some time. It feels like ages as you're starting to walk around, and it feels like you're going around in circles, like almost like the forest is shifting and changing its position, and it's kind of you see a
we've
rock
been
that
here
you've sprayed
before.
before.
Yes.
You're getting turned around. And next thing you know, you don't really know where you are. Those of you who are actively looking around, make perception checks as the fog gets much denser. Yeah, go ahead.
May I climb the nearest tree?
Sure.
I'm gonna
That's
try to climb
probably
up.
my best perception check ever.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well,
Guys,
that's actually pretty good
give me a
perception.
sec. I'm gonna scale this tree right here, so you can see if it got anywhere.
Well,
Okay.
second one is me, so I got 23, and Cinder got 23.
Okay, sounds good. Anakel, make a athletics check as you scale a tree, or dexterity if you want, or acrobatics if you're jumping up like crazy.
Thank
Okay.
you.
There's vines now coming down from the trees. It's so dense you're able to just leap off of different objects and pull yourself up. As you do, it's not like you get any much better view, but you do kind of peer beyond the fog and have a better vantage point. You kind of see there is a small clearing just very not too far from you guys. It's strange that you missed it, considering that you've been walking around for all this time. But there's a clearing just off in the distance. You don't know how deep you are.
Can I see the people below me?
Yes.
Lucius, Luna, guys. And I point to the direction. There's a clearing just over there.
Make a perception check. Sorry, Anakel, make a perception check before you say that.
Oh.
Just for fun of it. Shit.
Listen, we're walking. It seems like we're walking in circles, so I'm gonna stay up here, and I'm gonna guide you
And
guys.
just before you make that, say that was what you're about to say. As you're trying to convey that to the clearing, make a
Oh my goodness.
You see a vine shoot out from the tree, and almost like it's alive, like a snake, comes throwing itself down towards you, Anakel.
I can't be surprised.
Yeah, exactly. You make a strength saving throw.
Oh jeez, strength.
As you're about to
Guys,
say
there's
those words, this vine wraps around you and just pulls you, whips you off the tree, and you just go flying through the canopy. Those of you that were paying attention to Anakel, you just see Anakel through the mist just get whisked away.
Can I
Like he gets pulled into the forest.
run?
Yeah, it gets pulled further into the forest. You see Anakel. Ah!
I gotta run in that
Um,
direction with my arms out.
All right.
I got him.
How dense is it?
Uh,
Like, do we see the sky? Or do we see
It's
around?
so
us?
dense. No, it's so dense in here. It's getting pretty dark.
I'm
'cause there's
going
no
to.
lights.
But I'm looking around.
I have
and I got like high perception.
perfect sight in the dark, so.
Yeah, me
Yes.
too. Me too.
As you guys
I
are
have,
watching,
I have Eldritch or Devil Sight, so.
as you guys are watch Anakel zip away, all of you look to the floor, look around immediately, and you see snaking in the mist are large vines
that shoot out at each one of you.
Oh no.
But you don't get surprised because you see it as well. Make strength saving throw.
Oh, frig.
Oh, come join me, guys.
I'm coming.
Strength is not my
One
forte.
fail, 2 fail,
Strength saving throw.
3 fail.
I don't
Luna's
know,
not
maybe
saying
not.
anything. She's sitting there. Sejana.
What? Sorry, what?
Strength saving throw. And that is the last everyone saw Torque. Wow.
Wow. That is impressive.
In that moment, as you watch your companion get whisked away, these vines shoot out from the mist.
Hey,
And the
he's got
fog.
21, Cinder.
And each one of you get wrapped around by these large, thick vines and just grapple you.
Jumanji.
And you all get pulled in different directions off into the forest. into the mist, into the fog. Only to hear your voices bouncing off the canopy as you're shouting. No!
And that ends the campaign. Good job.
And that's the end of it, guys. You're being pulled through the just through the forest at a rapid pace. You're not hitting anything. It's snaking you through. You catch a glimpse of Lucius off in the distance as he's flying in the same general direction and disappears off in a different direction. You see Zaya's frizzly rainbow hair flies up as she comes back down out of the canopy.
Can I try to grab my great axe and chop down at the vine on my feet?
It's got you like wrapped all the way to your
Oh, okay.
like foot to neck. You're completely bound.
I guess the strength check would have been for. I
Yeah.
can't try and.
It's the grapple. You can try it again in a sec.
Doesn't make
Go.
me angry though.
I don't know, does it?
I think I'm getting angry.
All right.
I think I'm getting
You begin to rage. You feel it. Kind of vines get tenser as it pulses against your. It tries to restrain you against your pulsing body.
I rage.
All right. After
I'm still screaming.
snaking for whatever seems what's hours, you don't know how long it's been, but you're
6
being
seconds
pulled.
because I'm gonna try again.
You're getting pulled deeper to the forest, catching glimpses of your companions, but you're moving at a rapid pace. You're just being drawn to this forest at incredible speeds.
All of us?
All of you.
Do
Please,
we do we see anything around us?
A green blur as you're being pulled precariously close to trees and through them and through branches and through the thickets. At which points, as rapidly as it
Why did
started,
the map change?
it stops, and you find yourselves dangling in a clearing, not the one that's Anakel saw, but
Oh,
a
I
clearing.
started to say, guys, I saw a clearing.
You find yourselves dangling by these vines upside down, some of you sideways, some of you upright, in a clearing. Maybe you can see each other now.
Oh,
You're a little dizzy. You're a little sick.
glad
it
you
was
guys could
quite
join
fine.
me.
I say, so
Oh,
then,
so bad.
yelling out into the clearing, you have decided to speak with us.
Did
Which
vines controlled by a dragon? That's new.
at which point
It's a big world.
you hear just like thumbs just coming from just the center of this clearing. Lucius being the one to speak up here. You kind of just see right in front of you. You guys are about 50 feet, 60 feet up in the air, pretty high up. You just see this green scaly materialize form in front of you, Lucius, at your face level, and these large eyeballs just appear in front of you. Just it just looks at you for a second, and then it kind of disappears again.
This is so stupid,
say-
guys.
Well, you have us. What is it that you intend to do next?
It goes over to Zaya, who spoke up. You hear the thumps. It looks at you. You see the face materialize in front of you, Zaya. It sniffs you. It's just
Eat her.
you just see these eyes as it looks at you, and then fades away again. She doesn't seem to be responding to you, Lucius. and you guys float there for a bit, unless you guys do anything else. Like
Do we see her again after that, or she doesn't
just go
appear
silent.
again?
We're wrapped, like we're bound, like tight.
Are
right?
we
like all
restrained?
around our bodies?
Yeah, it's all around your bodies. Okay, let's see.
Can I cast something?
Oh boy.
Does it need your hands?
It's
Does it need a
vocal-
component?
It's VS.
Oh boy. Okay.
If it's semantic, you can use your hands.
You mean you have
Well,
to use your
it's-
heavy?
It's not M for
You said
movement of
we're-
your hand.
Oh jeez,
Oh,
actually
it's
we're really
material,
high
right?
up, right?
Yeah,
Are there like tree branches anywhere close to us?
you're
Where are
dangling
these
like
veins
into,
hanging from?
they're kind of like just protruding out of the forest, like weird. They're just arcing into the entrance, like the clearing. You're just suspended in openness.
So there's no footing like anywhere nearby.
There's
at
nothing.
all.
You are precariously dangerous. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll for this one.
Oh, who's gonna die first?
boy. Here we go.
Please not me. Please not me. Please not me.
Did you kill the music? Because I don't hear any music.
No, I didn't. Oh,
But it's still there.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll refresh.
Not in here.
At which points, yes,
Oh,
you
we
hear
can
this
refresh it.
crashing sound as now this large green dragon materializes in front of, and it comes straight at Wolfbane.
I shall Wolverine be strong. Be strong, Wolverine.
A dragon of one you've never seen before. Size so immense and so large that when she's standing, her head goes beyond yours. She has to crouch down and she narrows her head down low and charges towards you, Wolverine. In her
How
mouth,
high are we?
they're about 60 feet, 50 feet up.
Shit, she's tall, man.
In her mouth, she has the body just kind of hanging out of what appears to be an Uthgard barbarian. A barbarian that you fought in the hills, the Forlorn Hills.
Oh.
This one-
face guy.
This one
Okay.
is not with blue. It's got antlers, like an antler crown, with like elk furs. It seems to be of a different tribe, but it looks extremely tenderized, like she's been suckling on this. She comes charging at you, Wolverine,
It looks like you have something stuck in your teeth. You need some help getting it out.
and just stares at you. Her face just comes right up to you, and she just stares. Her breath just smells acrid, disgusting, and
Oh.
old. Her scales are green, but there's a hint of gray kind of throughout her body. Her wings are really old and very wrinkly leather, like a wrinkly old lady. She's full of scars. Her claws are cracked. Some of them are broken. In her mouth, as she's holding this barbarian's, just kind of sticking off the side, you see just like a single tooth protruding out of her mouth.
A what
A
tooth?
lot of her teeth are missing.
Single tooth.
Oh, okay.
You can kind of see in her maw, there's a lot of just gum. Just a lot of teeth are missing from her face. She just
Aw.
stares right at you.
I'm seriously hoping that she says something silly like that white dragon we met. Scared the shit out
It
of
was
us.
not a white dragon.
It was a.
Yes, it was a.
Yes.
Wasn't it a copper dragon?
Copper dragon, yes.
It was a copper dragon.
Aha!
Someone's been doing the research. Just kidding. She stares at you, Wolverine.
Ma'am? We come in peace.
She just eyeballs you. Eyeball you.
You should flirt with her.
What?
You should flirt with her.
Nope.
You feel like a young lass all over again. Someone's scared.
I shout out. Are you the one they call Old Gnawbone?
She turns her head and looks at you and saunters over towards you. She just kind of stares at you and says, it doesn't say anything, but her breath kind of just, as she breathes out, exhales towards you, it stings your skin and burns your face.
I'm gonna whisper in my earpiece. Hey.
You can't reach your earpiece.
Oh crap.
Also, I don't have one. No, I don't know if
So
you're
I'll say, Rogadar, perhaps she doesn't speak common?
Wait, did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
I turned it down. I'm like,
She looks at you. She turns her head and looks at you.
Rogadar, say something.
Rogadar is, as you can see, Rogadar has somehow, unfortunately for Rogadar, upside down. The vines have somehow, whatever he was doing, has tethered him from head to toe. No,
How
from head to
convenient.
ankle.
The only person is
You just hear Rogadar say,
So I continue my statement then. We've come to ask you about the ordering and the giant situation with the Allfather.
at which point, like, a flock of birds come flying by overhead.
Oh boy.
And she just yells,
Special
silence! And the birds just fall quiet instantly. You can't even hear their wings. They just kind of soar off. Complete silence, and the forest
I
goes
just
dead
zip it.
silence.
I'm shitting my pants. And better not be upside down because that's gonna leak out.
Oh, Constitution check.
She walks back to the center and says,
I know why you're here.
Oh, perfect time with the music.
So, which one shall I keep as payment for what you're about to ask me?
Oh, I'm not worth a lot. I'm super small. Take one of the other guys.
I prefer elves.
Great. There's
she
a bunch
looks
of
to
those.
Lucius, and she looks at Luna.
All right, they like owls, green dragons. You should have said something, Wolverine.
Well, he said a lot of stuff
Right.
while you guys ran away.
I say, oh jeez, oh man, I have the worst thought right now. I stay quiet. Lucius's mind is racing. Well, my mind is racing.
She raises her claw and kind of just goes like this, whoosh, and the vines just of Luna and Lucius come flying towards her. Because she's tired of walking.
So, which one is it? Which one means less to you?
Lucius.
I shoot Wolverine a glance.
That's
like,
our
"What the
dad
hell?"
you're talking
Lucius
about.
will remember this. Like the telltale.
That's
Yeah.
like Joey. That's like
Not
a
your
friend's
dad.
moment when they choose their best friend.
I just.
Okay, listen. No, Old Gnawbone. We don't want information. We just want to go. If it's gonna cost us one of our friends, we just. We'll
Who do
just
you
run
think you're
away.
talking to?
She
Like
kind
we
of walks.
walked
She
into
kind of
her
walks
space.
towards you, and the vine pulls you close to her. She says,
What did you call me? Hmm?
Well, we know your name is Clagilia Madar, but I'm a human, and I have my tongue doesn't roll that way. We were told your name was also Old Gnawbone in common.
Yes.
If it means any disrespect to you,
No.
I apologize.
I like it. It's a good
Oh.
name.
It is a good. I've never heard of a dragon name more cooler, more hip.
You're
more
pathetic.
kind.
and she kind of the vine pulls you back, and she begins to kind of saunter around as Rogadar.
I've been watching you in my forest. And you're here to ask me something. But this information won't come free, of course. So what do you have to offer a bag like me? I have it all. I have lived for thousands of years.
Tell me, why is it that you scry in your crystal's balls?
That's not what we came here to ask.
No, that's a waste of questions.
She says,
What is it? What is it that you gain? What is it that you're interested in? Perhaps
The
it will better
world.
serve us to figure out what we can give her.
I am old. I have been everywhere. I have done everything. I am tired. I am tired of driving lesser dragons out of my territory. I am tired of fighting. So
Did you
I watch the world from the comfort of my lair.
You did her a favor, Wolverine.
It's like watching drama unfold, except not being a part of it. Nothing like spending a sunny afternoon watching the world tear itself apart.
He likes daytime television.
That's kind of the impression you're getting.
Young and the Restless, D&D
So-
edition.
You know,
Getting nice.
the
you know,
giants
of
and the
course,
giants and the ordning.
you know, of course, that you will not be safe in this forest forever.
And why do you say that?
Because the giants are unrestrained and looking for ways to prove themselves. What better way
So you-
than to take down one of their most ancient enemies?
The vine kind of retracts a bit. She says,
Oh,
So,
man. So relieved for Lucius.
so you know the plight upon this land. The giants. Is that what you're saying to me?
That is why we have come to speak with you.
Mm.
We know of the details of the breaking of the ordning better than most. It has been the subject of our investigation for some time.
she looks kind of frustrated at being out-talked, being a little outplayed. She's like, she nods, says,
Oh. Very well. Perhaps I will listen to what you have to say. Feast on your elven bodies and keep your companions as trophies. You have one question, make it quick. I have some scrying to do. To be honest, watching your big friend,
and she pulls Wolverine closer to her.
wasn't very entertaining. The politics in Neverwinter was much more entertaining than this, and I wasted time on chasing my minions and my critters throughout the forest. How boring and pathetic. So what do you have to say?
One question?
What is your question?
Don't waste this one. You know what the question is.
I know what Lucius would ask. You might all hate me for wasting it, but
Don't waste it.
Okay, so I'll speak
how
up
can
and
we
be like,
rally
listen.
the dragons against the giants?
That's not the question. I actually say that. That's not the question, Lucius. That's not why we're here.
I've asked it.
You want to rally the giants. You've come all this way for that. A reasonable request. But I am old. However, I do know of many dragons of this land. If you want to rally the dragons, you have to.
We did
you
get
have to
it.
get
You always cut in at the most critical parts.
part.
Always.
She wheezes, and there's a puff of acid smoke, and it kind of hits part of the vine you're on, and it makes it kind of just fizzle away. You get a good view of her maw now. It's missing a lot of teeth.
You want to rally the dragon. Chromatic or metallic?
She
The
asked you.
fiercest ones. If you want to rally the chromatic dragons, you have to rally behind the strongest. They will only follow the strongest. Bend their will. The strongest. The strongest of this land is Klauth, ancient red dragon that rules the north.
We knew about that one.
We have heard of Klauth, but we do not know how we could get an audience with him.
To get an audience with Klauth is suicide. As bad as walking into a great dragon's territory and being caught surprised.
And yet, you are having a conversation with us, and that is all we
Only
wish.
because I'm interested in what you have to say.
Well,
It
how
is
could...
true.
What interests Klauth, then?
It's been a while since I've spoken to Klauth. He regards power and great wealth. And it is true I'm only listening to you before I feed on you. Because of what you say about the giants. What you say is true. They are a threat. And they have threatened my land already. So, perhaps I can just eat one of you and let the rest of you go on your way. If it's the giants you wish to stop, would it be in my best interest to let most of you go?
If you've been watching us, why not just continue to watch us? If you look for entertainment, we could be your stream, a live stream, if you will.
There are
pulls you closer.
so many shenanigans that goes on.
Make a
You have
persuasion
no
check.
idea. Oh boy, you have no idea what we go through.
The idea of extra watching some serious drama really perks your interest.
Oh, fuck!
You fly towards her. She says,
I have seen what your party is capable of. Chasing after critters is not an enjoyment.
You cut out completely.
Chasing
my
after
sense of-
critters is not my ideal fun. It's not dramatic enough.
I try to get them to waste less time, but
Oh, look, a bunny.
So you come to ask me if you can rally the dragons. Klauth is way. Klauth will only respect immense strength and immense wealth. He has a following of cultists that worship him and bring him wealth. But you must travel north to the Clouthen Vale, named adaptly after him.
You know, guys, this is really disappointing. Like, we came here for a sole purpose, and we're not even fulfilling it.
this was our purpose, Zaya. If you have another question, perhaps you would have the patience to answer yours.
she pulls you towards her, Zaya, says,
What are you saying, little one?
Well, I personally did not want to disturb you in your forest. You can watch your balls, and they tell the truth. But, what I want to go for is there's this cave up north that we've heard of called the cave of the house of the Allfather.
The Eye of the Allfather,
And-
Zaya.
And we are
And it is a
actually
temple,
heading
not a
north
cave.
for that. And on our way, some of us here really wanted to stumble upon this area. And so here we are. But really, our ultimate goal
Too
is to
many
go up there.
words. You're boring me. The Eye of the Allfather.
she looks to, she kind of stands back and lines you all up in a row, except you, Zaya.
How much is this information worth? I may know of it. I may not. But who or what are you willing to pay for this?
Well, I'm not the one who's taking care of paying stuff. So you can ask those guys. I'm the one who deals with the information.
You asked for the information. So choose.
If we all just like vote one person,
Choose
we'll
what?
eat them.
Who shall be my trophy?
Oh, you can choose one of them. I don't really care.
I
Except for the
want
dragon.
you to
please.
choose. I like the drama.
You should give her
Finally,
some
the
Okay.
roses.
the runniest mouth can finally decide what he wants to do.
Um,
The thing is, ma'am, Gnawbone, Old Gnawbone, ma'am. The thing is, we're called
no,
the
worry,
Ordning
Wilden.
Restoration Council, and we're very important to stopping these giants, which benefits you in the long run because giants are your enemies, ma'am, and we all are very important to
Okay, listen,
our committee, our council committee, our group, and if any of us were to not be here, then that the chances of our success in stopping the giants, ma'am, is greatly reduced, and so
She pulls you forward and squeezes the vines, and the last of your air kind of escapes your mouth as you're trying to portray the last of yours.
No,
but
he
make
doesn't deserve this. I mean, don't touch this guy and don't touch the dragon.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
But
Just
since you have a terrible rapport
Sire,
with
think
green
for me.
dragons, you I would say this one's with disadvantage. You're-
But let
Very
him
nice.
go. Poor guy. He's already so scared. You don't need to do this to him. I don't
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
I don't want you to hurt the dragonborn or the big guy. The other ones you
I'll
can
leave the
one.
dragonborn. Only because it's a dragonborn.
Yeah, I know, right? They're adorable. I love them. And this guy next to me, he's really interesting. You know, he might be boring to watch, but you know, he's a good traveler and he knows a lot of stuff. So, you know, let him go as well as me and keep whoever else you
I
want.
love how Zyra gets a chance to pick one person, but she chooses all the people she doesn't want. Just
the Old Gnawbone says, she looks again frustrated, says,
Right. You and your companions raise a good point. The giant's threat does threaten my lands, and I'm tired. I don't want to fight. I don't want to be driving and protecting. Tired. I've had enough. I don't want to leave. I don't want to do it myself. I'll give you one last chance. What are you going to offer me for this information? If not your lives. Not the lives of your companions. What do you have?
we're doing the work for you. We're gonna stop the.
I'll be dead soon enough.
Oh. We'll give you a grand. We'll share your grand tale throughout the lands, so
You
you
have a
forever
penchant
be.
for magical
more alive.
spheres, right?
I do.
I do not have a crystal ball, but I do have an eye of the wretched. Perhaps this is something that might prove an interesting addition to your collection.
she thrusts all of you back. Except Lucius. The vine drives towards her feet and releases you. You stand up against her toe, and she's just scales above you.
Show me the eye of the wretched.
I reach into my robe, and I pull it out and hold it in front of her.
She lets out kind of a quick roar off to the side, just a growl, and a little squirrel comes skittering out of the forest, and it seems to be a larger than normal squirrel. It comes out, and it kind of stands at your feet, Lucius, and just kind of holds the ball, like holds his hands up for this orb.
Yeah,
Give it to me.
I bend down and I give it to the squirrel.
Squirrel takes it and just runs off with it.
Very well. That'll do. Ask your question. But make it quick! I'm missing so much. Did you know they're about to throw the politics out and never win?
How do we?
There's an army moving to the west, and there's an army in the north. They're about to clash. I'm missing so much.
How do we find the Eye of the Allfather?
Yes, you have mentioned the Eye of the Allfather before. I have heard of it. I may have been there once, long ago.
Let me just go through my notes here real quick.
I briefly visited once, a few hundred years ago, in pursuit of a white dragon. A white dragon nemesis of mine, one I want to kill so very bad.
He was an old lover.
His name was Frumbier the Frigid. But I couldn't do it myself. Frumbier was slippery like ice, eluding my grasp, hiding in the mountains where I couldn't reach him. I had a particular run-in with a band of adventurers like yourself. We shared a common interest, like we do now. They sought to fell this dragon, and so did I. They couldn't do it without my help, and I couldn't get to him without theirs. So the plan was hatched. These adventurers were to lead Frombriere to this ancient temple in the mountains. A temple with the promise of treasures galore and ancient artifacts. One that Frombriere couldn't back down from. And I waited in the mountains. And when Frombriere was too busy rummaging and searching, we sprung our ambush. I attacked from the air, and those adventurers attacked from below. We felled Frombriere. Right there, at the temple. This was 200 years ago, or so, and my memory has faded, but I can point you in the right direction, in the spine of the worlds. Do one of you have a map?
Yeah, Wolverine has it. Wolverine.
The Defiance comes
Am I
straight
still,
towards
like-
you. Yeah. It drops you off next to Lucius.
Here.
Using one large claw, she kind of points to a general area of the spine of the mountain. She says, spine of the world, she says,
Here among the mountains. Here. But years will not have been kind. And whatever happens there, erosion or blizzards or avalanches, I do not know. I do not go up there. But it is there. Good luck finding it.
Okay, other than like pointing it to us, like, is there anything we can look for when we try to find it?
There is a mountain nearby. The adventurers, they called it Mammoth Peak. They used it as a guide. Find Mammoth Peak and you will not be far. Unfortunately, these adventurers who knew this location and showed me it, they are long dead. Perhaps not all of them.
she kind of ponders off to the distance for a sec.
This was 200 years ago, you said.
200 or so years ago.
So someone might still be around?
Perhaps.
She kind of smiles.
And what was
Those-
that person's name?
He was the strongest of them all. He killed Frombriere. Final blow. Cut off his head. He wandered away after that. His name escapes me. Let me just think for a second.
She thinks for a sec.
She says, nods, says yes. Yes. His name was Harshnag.
You have been more than gracious to us, Old Gnawbone, and we would happily take our leave of you now. We do not
If you
wish
go
to see-
north to seek... If you go north to seek a solution... Very well. Your gift is enough. But I'll be watching.
Well, we'll be entertaining.
Of course.
And she
We would
releases the rest
expect
of you
nothing less.
guys. All right. And she releases the rest of you guys. And collect yourselves and make a hasty escape.
Yeah.
We've
Kind
heard
of,
of Harshnag before, haven't we?
Sounds familiar.
I know. Was it one of those 4 people in Waterdeep? Those like guardians or something? Or no? Where do we hear that name?
I'm just walking away.
Can I do a history check?
Sure. Make a quick history check as you guys
try to remember.
leave Claglil Matar's
I have rolled nothing good this entire game.
um
I've never heard that name before. What are you talking about?
No, we know his name. I just don't remember.
Doesn't ring a bell for me. But you may be right. Anyway, perhaps we should discuss it when we get back to town.
Yeah, good job by the way. That was good saving our asses. And didn't escape me that Zaya was so willing for the 3 of us to die. I'll remember that.
Yes.
going back into the forest seems a little easier, and it's almost like the forest has opened up
and you weren't really that far as you thought. And the entrance, the way back is much straightforward. And
When
you find
Anakel says
yourselves-
that too, I want to shoot Zaya like the dirtiest look.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
Why
really
the camera's
doesn't
so messed up? Oh,
Weird. Well,
this is it's all like.
we are over time, so
Yeah,
You
I
guys
didn't
show
realize the time.
nothing but disrespect towards me.
Listen, we got there. We got the information.
When
you
have we
spoke the
shown you
most there.
disrespect?
I don't understand. You
We've
could've discussed
saved
the
your
entire
life,
time.
which we shouldn't have, but it's okay.
next time I say we
Like-
volunteer Zaya to the dragon.
Yeah, I agree. Next time when she needs help, we'll know
Wow,
where she
this
can
is
find us.
this is so kind of you guys. You know, very very respectful.
Yeah, respectful should be go both ways.
we all
And
know
so
we
the
got
party
out of this.
Goes bickering
We all
off
know we
into the
got out of this
sunset.
because
And Rogadar-
I was so eloquent in persuading the dragon. That's
said
the
you
only
did,
reason we
just
got
like
out.
Eloquent.
And
You
as
should
guys
be
go
happy
off-
I didn't choose a specific person to die today.
Oh,
it's-
thank
it's-
you.
it's
That's
What's
so
funny- what's
nice
more
of
funny
you.
is that you didn't have the balls to.
As you guys go bickering off into the distance, Rogadar
Why's
picks
the camera
up some
broken?
mushrooms and stuffs his face.
My camera's broken.
Yeah.
I see
And
it.
that's where we're gonna end for the night.
All right. Well, that was a bit of an extra long session. Thank you for those of you who
Oh, shoot.
stuck with us and watched it. We'll see how this picks up next week. Just want to give a big shout out to Jarn Barnes,
Yeah.
who
My
donated
man.
quite a significant amount to our stream fund.
Thanks for playing
Uh,
Rogadar, by the way.
And
That was-
yeah,
Yeah.
and thanks for all of the
was
wonderful
very entertaining.
Rogadar plays. We're gonna make sure that donation goes to good use. We're looking for some original character art for our characters, as well as a logo for our stream. So we'll definitely make sure that goes towards
There you go.
hopefully hiring an artist to do that. So yeah, big thanks,
Thanks,
and big
man.
shout out for that. And we'll see you next week on the Gilded Dice.
Ooh.
Bye.
That.
Oh yeah, okay.